Hello, everyone. Whiskey and Cannoli's
Okay.
podcast, episode number 8. Sorry, I had a lot of technical difficulties before this stream, and you can ask Tanner. I was ready to shoot my computer. But
Pretty close.
Yeah, I was pretty close. Yeah. So anybody in the comments has a good recommendation for a new laptop for now? Because this thing is going to be in the trash by the end of the weekend. So anyway, if the broadcast goes dead again, Mr. WhiskeyBanger is going to be on his own for a little while until I can join back in. But for now, it looks like it's stable. But yeah, it's time for Daddy to get a new computer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that as a tax write-off for a business purchase. Anyway, how you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing great. Oh, look who it is.
We have another guest here. Sorry, we have another. Sorry, Mr. Meatball, Filipino Meatball. Welcome. Hey, we just started because my computer's a piece of shit. So, welcome.
Great. Not like I was sitting backstage for 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I try to get on at 6:45. Computer crashes completely. Takes 21 minutes to kick back on. I get back on, I'm talking to Tanner, and then the fucking computer goes, "Oh, sorry, your internet's not going to work for the next 5 minutes." Finally got back on. So I told Tanner I am going to burn this thing, and we're going to go use it as target practice, and I'm buying a new laptop this weekend because I can't take this.
$5, you can't hit it from 10 feet.
Probably right. I can't hit shit from 10 feet. Not with my shooting skills.
And I'll give him a shotgun with birdshot.
Yeah.
I
have
choke.
one too. I have one. I still miss it up close. Anyway, so what I wanted to do today for a show is I wanted to do something different because we all know there's a lot of woke TV shit, movie shit, politics are fucking mess right now. I wanted to get away from that for one night. So we're just going to talk movies. We're going to talk bullshit. We're going to talk about some of our favorites, unfavorites, unpopular opinions, popular opinions, who's an overrated actor, what movies shouldn't have won Best Picture, and why Hollywood just blows to these days altogether. I figured it'd be fun and get a lot of people involved in this conversation. So, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
My Huskers play tomorrow morning. I'm excited.
Yes, and early. People forget
What time
that
to kick off?
9:30 a.m.
I mean, it's a night game for them.
for them in Ireland.
Ireland.
But yeah, football, your sports events start really early this time of year for us, especially college. So
I love the early games. I really do like the early games.
too. I do too.
I prefer early games, unless it's like a big time Ohio State, Michigan night game.
Bama LSU at LSU. Oh.
I like the early games in general. I like that they're over by afternoon. So if your team wins, you have a whole day to celebrate. If they lose, you can drink a lot by the end of the day. So very popular. Okay. So we kind of really don't have like a major format for tonight, but just more of just talk. Let's just talk, guys. When do we ever just chat like every other week?
Every day.
All day.
Yeah,
every day.
pretty much. I will say
every day.
Tim came in with some of his own little information. He emailed me earlier today about his movie opinions, which we'll get to. And I think I have to have a segment at some point in the show on an ice hoe rant.
Bro, we got to give your viewers an update on the ice hoe. That's what
we are going to have an update a little later on the ice situation. Apparently, when last time my computer crashed, he told his ice story and I missed it because yay. So anyway, okay. So by the way, speaking of movies and movie stars, did anybody know that Sylvester Stallone's wife filed for divorce the other day?
Really?
25 years of marriage? I don't know. From what I read, it had something to do with he wanted to get a new dog, and she said no, and then it turned into why is our marriage trash? And then they just kind of compiled stuff. So after 25 years, now I kind of felt, we
got a new dog, and he's kind of trash.
Well, you better watch out because if she comes to you and goes, "We need listen to him." So if your wife comes to you and goes, "We need to have a chat about our decision making in this house and why our marriage."
When we picked the dog, the only rule that I had was that it had to be male because I didn't want to be surrounded by 3 females.
Yeah,
she could get like whatever me? She wanted. Right, exactly. Like I'm like, look, this is the 3 like types of dogs I would like. I'm not commanding these, right? But you get whatever you want. We ended up with a golden doodle.
Such a white dog. It's like a white person's dog.
And I'm like, what the?
What a Caucasian thing.
Dog, dude.
I don't understand. Like, are you trying to be more Caucasian?
Bro, at least I'm half, right? Like my wife is 0%.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Listen, I like golden doodles. I'm just saying that's like the whitest dog, but you know what? It's a cute dog, so I appreciate that.
He does look like a teddy bear, though.
I will say. Yeah, no, he's a beautiful dog. Yeah. Am I going to see him? Are we going to see him next week?
Do you want to see him right now?
Yeah, pull that fucker up right now. Come
Hold on. I'll be right back.
What's his name?
Teddy.
What's the name?
His full name is Theodore Roosevelt Graham, because he looks like a teddy bear.
Basically, his name's going to be Teddy.
I get it. And the child called him Teddy Graham all the time.
Show the dog.
All right, give me a second. Let me grab him.
We have Greg in the chat demanding the dog be shown.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Listen,
Teddy
Tanner, I need you to get
the
Rumpskin.
Rumskin? Teddy Rumskin? I don't know.
By the way,
Hey, where are you?
I was going to say, you better make sure you get that Roku device tonight.
Dude, I have to.
Wait, what if we're doing this show for 7 hours? Then what are you getting?
I'm taking the laptop to freaking Target with me.
Yeah. There you go. That would be some good streaming.
What are you doing? I'm getting a Roku, bro.
In the Roku. Well, why are you in line at Target? I was like, I don't know, man. This is you got to do what you got to do for the show.
Dude, I was trying to set it up earlier. My PlayStation wasn't having it.
I didn't even know there was a Fox app on the PlayStation. Oh,
look at that!
Cute.
What a cute little stinker,
okay,
right?
So I gotta
look at
Teddy.
Hello, everyone.
What up, Teddy?
And all he does all day is nap on his back, just like.
Let me ask you a question though. Does the dog have the fear of being chop suey later at some point? Because you are Asian.
He doesn't know yet. And I will say though, it has not met my mother. So
oh my god,
she's like, he looks rummy.
Oh my god, okay, so you rummy. You know, pretty soon that dog's going to be taller than you.
No, dude, I was so happy that she got a mini instead of a full size, because the full size, we went to get it, like the full size, they had minis and full size. They showed the full size dad, male, and I'm like, bro, that thing stands up and taller than me. It's straight up taller than me.
Yeah, dogs. Well, everything's taller than you, Tim. This can I'm using is taller than you. Okay, so. Really, just like I said, there's really no format. So I got a few questions for you guys. We'll start off with them. We'll go into this. I got some movie rants, movies that won Best Picture that shouldn't have bullshit. I think one of them we all can agree on. Let's do this.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, I think you know. So okay? I'm gonna start off by asking both of you. What's your favorite genre of movie? Everybody's got a favorite genre. Is it military? Is it mob? Is it gangster? Is it fucking romance? We know Tim's is romance because he likes The Greatest Showman. Musical.
Rom-coms.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose the Guy in 10 Days.
Krog the Warrior King. Sorry, I should not know that. I should not know that.
No, okay if you do. I like some rom-coms get a pass. Like When Harry Met Sally. That's probably my favorite. Jesus Christ. It's probably the best rom-com ever made. One of my favorites anyway.
I'll say my favorite one is action. Like straight up any kind of action movie, anything similar like Bad Boys to Lethal Weapon to any kind of war movie I'm gonna throw in there too. I know like there's a specific genre of like military
just action,
just
the action.
But like
genre.
Action movie altogether. Yeah, because like when my theory on movies is I use it as an escape, right? I want to go there to be entertained, not to have to think all day. I'll take a think movie every once in a while, but like for the vast majority, I want something that like, oh, that was awesome. I'll never watch it again. Right? Walk out of the theater.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Right?
Yeah, because like that explains a lot because there's so many movies that Greg and I are just like, oh my god, this movie was fucking amazing. And Tim's just like, it was all right.
It was okay. Well, I got a Moulin Rouge in the chat, which please God no. Please God no.
Jamie, you and my sister loves that movie.
I actually like Greg. I think me and Greg have a very similar favorite. Now, I don't think Tanner and Tim, if any surprise, mine would be the mob gangster genre. No. I gotta say though, there was a time where that was my favorite when movies were good about that genre. I like some sci-fi. It's kind of a mixed bag. It's a hard question because there's so many great movies in every genre. I would say probably the gangster one, the mob genre, just because those movies to me impacted me the most. So Godfathers, the Goodfellas, the Casino, those kinds of movies. What about you, Whiskey Banger?
That's a hard question, man. I'm with you.
It's hard.
Like I really like what Greg said in the chat. I really like mystery, suspenseful movies, and that can be anything from like a horror suspense movie to a murder mystery to a whodunit kind of detective movie. I also really like action movies, but I will say that I'm not a fan of like, the Bay movies where it's just like everything's blowing up. There's no plot.
Transformers.
It's just, Transformers, basically.
That's
don't
a great
like movies
point.
like that.
It's a great point you bring up.
Let me ask this. So I know that you're not a huge Michael Bay fan, right? Because you just don't like that style. Were you underwhelmed or overwhelmed by 13 Hours?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I thought 13 Hours was an excellent freaking movie, and I was actually surprised
That
when I heard that Bay was doing the movie. I thought, here we go. He's going to take this, actual scenario, and there's going to be just shit blowing up everywhere, and there's no plot. It's just whatever. But I was surprised. He actually did a great job. We've kind of touched on it before. I'd love to see, James Cameron tackle 13 Hours or like Scott.
Somebody in there who's done the war genre.
Will if they do that, will it come out something like Zero Dark 30?
Which was a great movie.
I loved Zero Dark 30. Like, those are two of my favorite like movies of all time: Zero Dark 30 and 13 Hours. And I'm like, they're complete opposites of each other. Like, you imagine if you flip the director on those two. Well, I think Zero Dark 30 would fail.
I think maybe because the tone was different. You're right. Every director's got a different tone. I think Michael Bay, like Tanner said, very surprised. Then listen, he still had the Michael Bay-ness in the movie with the blowing up. Now I enjoyed the movie because it's a true story. He even said he went out of his comfort zone in an interview doing that movie because that's not what he tried to focus more on story. Now, if you put that in the hands of a Spielberg, is it a Saving Private Ryan type? Where it's more heavily story driven more than action. Now, there's a ton of action in the book, but I don't know. I'll give him a pass on that. I will say with Michael Bay though, I did watch the first Transformers movie the other day, just kind of passing. It's probably the best one. It's probably the best one out of all of them, but it's so Michael Bay. It's so Michael Bay.
Hold on, you don't like the first Transformers?
No, I actually think it's okay. Like, it's passable to me. Everything after that is absolute shit.
Oh my god!
I hated Transformers 2, 3, 4, but the first one is passable enough.
The second, I can go to 2. I can get on board with 2. Anything after that, I'm just sitting there going, "Why did I spend money and time on this?"
Yeah, I really don't.
69 mega. Let's go.
Yeah. That's the bots getting into it. Damn, it's 69 mega. Look, this is what happens when they let bots into the chat.
Found a girl for me.
Yeah. Well.
What if I don't like girls?
Nobody would be surprised.
Can you find me a lady boy?
That's all right.
Oh, you dinky down.
So anyway, yeah, I'm what is this side note? I am on the basically the wife is on the very last Jack Carr book finally.
Nice. Wait,
she said
the brand new one that just came out?
Yeah, she's reading my physical book. She said The Devil's Hand was her favorite book out of all of them so far.
But I love The Devil's. It's the best one in this series. It's so good.
I think because of the 9/11 stuff, it's very intriguing. The whole plot was good. It was just a lot going. I love all of them, but I will say Devil's Hands are pretty damn good. The last one was really good. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it for Whiskey Banger. I'm not going to spoil anything for Whiskey Banger. No plots. I will say the last one was very good. This last one, I don't think it's his best one, but it's like I always compare it to like the fun action sequel compared to the other better movies. So I give it like the Die Hard with a Vengeance grade.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, it's Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's a great movie if you never saw Die Hard.
Die Hard is a masterpiece. The Die Hard with a Vengeance is a good action movie, like a good action movie. That's what this book reminded me of. Still good. Anyway, yeah, Michael Bay, Transformers. After that first, and then yeah, he really just his movies are just a little too much for me. But like I said, if you put that in, like he said, a Cameron or a Spielberg, I'm trying to think of other wartime. Maybe Oliver Stone. I think we get a little too.
No, that would be. I would.
That would get dark.
It would be like a dark, deep conspiracy theory. Like it might be a fun movie, but he would get a little too because he gets a little crazy. Like
is Oliver Stone the one that did JFK?
He did JFK, which was a great movie.
That is like one of my favorite movies. Like if that's like movie. If I'm flipping through TV and that's on, the remote's going down, I'm gonna watch the whole movie.
JFK no matter where it is. Great movie. I remember watching it with the wife about a year ago. She was fascinated with the whole JFK thing. That movie. Well, did you know this? Did you know, if you remember the movie, you know the parts that go into black and white from color? Well, the black and white parts I read were his conspiracy theories. Not fact, but what he thought or what he researched might have happened. That's why it's in black and white. So, which was fantastic when I found. Kevin Costner was great in that movie. The plot was, there's a shit ton of dialogue and a lot of plot to follow. But I'm fascinated with that shit. So it was great.
I did know the black and white versus color part before. I didn't know if it helped a lot.
Yeah. Finding that out was great. Oliver Stone's interesting because, Platoon was fantastic. I don't know if he would have made 13 Hours better. Listen, 13 Hours was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It pissed me off because of all that happening when it shouldn't have happened, but that's a whole different story. Okay, well, stick to this then. Let's stick to this. We're in the war genre. So, Saving Private Ryan, the best war movie ever made. Now, I'm talking about best. And Greg in the chat here goes back longer with movies because he's a movie buff. Is that considered the best war movie ever to be put on film?
Are we talking about most entertaining or the best produced?
I just mean best from all the way acted, story, cinematography, directing, action, everything. Because people will put it up there.
It's hard.
It's tough.
I can't argue against it.
It's hard to argue against it. There's movies that I like better, military movies that I like better than Saving Private Ryan, but to take a step back and put my own bias out of it and just enjoy it for, like you said, the cinematography, the plot, the story, it's hard to beat. I mean, it's like my favorite personally is Black Hawk Down.
That's what I was gonna say, but if you're going cinematography,
great movie.
That's so
Ridley
hard.
Scott. Ridley Scott might have done a great job with 13 Hours. I don't know, man. That I gotta try to rack my brain to think of war movies it's a tough genre to pick. People, we were just talking about Oliver Stone. I think Platoon's a great movie.
Platoon's one of my
favorites. Very dark movie, but it's great. Apocalypse Now.
I don't think people talk about Full Metal Jacket enough.
The first half is great. The first half of Full Metal Jacket is great. The second half got a little too Kubrick to me.
It did. That was the problem.
I think Kubrick's a great director, but I think he got a little too artsy with it.
Yes, a little too make it perfect, right?
Right.
What made the beginning was it was raw, right? Like the beginning of it, I never went through boot camp, right? But I felt like I was there. And then in the later one, he's trying to build so much suspense and make it so perfect. I'm like, oh, if you would have just kept the same flow from beginning to end, you'd have had a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's hard. I think, God, the first half of that movie had me hooked in.
Oh, yeah.
And then right after they go into Vietnam, it just kind of veered off a little bit. It's still a good movie. And, the war genre has there's a lot. But Private Ryan's so damn good, just from every aspect. The beginning of the movie is crushing because you have the old man walking through. He was in was that Normandy? He was in Normandy at the beginning of the movie, right? That's where he went with his family, I believe. It's heartbreaking because you see all the headstones, and it's like, oh God, especially if you were a veteran in that time frame, that generation's is unfortunately just dying off fast. But yeah, that was a great movie. I don't know. That's a tough one. But yeah, I'd probably if you argued that point, WhiskeyBanger's right. I'm not going to say you're crazy because it's pretty damn good. But
yeah, if someone came to me and said Saving Private Ryan is the best war movie, I can't say no. The acting's great, the cast is great, cinematography's great, story's great, the plot's great.
Oh, Hacksaw Ridge. is another one.
That's a good one.
Now, Whiskey Banger and I have talked about this. Somebody just texted me and said Hacksaw Ridge. I got to say, I don't love Andrew Garfield. Listen, he's not a bad actor.
I'm a big fan of Andrew Garfield.
He's actually not, you know what? I will say he's not a bad actor. I think he's actually a pretty good actor. It's just him playing that role at first. I didn't think, God, but to know that story's true. And then they actually cut stuff out of Hacksaw Ridge at the end of the movie. Mel Gibson said, because he directed it, that they like, what I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's been out for a while. The very end of the movie where he kicks the grenade and it blows up and F's up his leg. Did you know that he actually got off the stretcher and helped somebody rescue them and then got back on the stretcher after that? So he took his own, like the store. What did he save? Like 60 something lives, 70 lives in that whole night?
I don't know the number.
Like you want to talk about it here. And he didn't want to use a weapon. What's the word for it, Tanner? The, what do they call it? When the
conscientious objective.
Yeah, because of his religion, and you find out why later in the movie he didn't want to do it. And at first, let me ask you this, Whiskey Banger: if that's you're in the army, and this guy comes and he does all this, and he says, "I'm not going to do this because of my religious beliefs," or how do you react to that? Like you don't know he's going to be this amazing person that's going to risk his life and not shoot back. But how do you deal with that being ex-military?
It's tough because for me, I don't necessarily have a problem with it because he's, a medic. Like,
sure.
That's his job, the medical side of things. Cool. But I know for him, it had to have been hard as hell because every dude in the military is super hard, especially like higher up, like ranks. Super hard charger, take the war to the enemy, drench yourself in their blood, beat on your chest, freaking warrior crap. So for some dude to just be like, well, you know what? I'm not going to take a rifle. I'm not going to shoot. I'm not going to kill anyone. I mean, I understand why he got so much guff for that. For sure.
Yeah, I can understand that. Because like you said, you don't know because you're thinking, well, and again, I'm not going to speak on anybody who's in the military. The whole idea is your brothers, you protect each other. You're there to back each other. How are you going to protect me without a weapon if the enemy's shooting back at me and I need you? So I don't blame anybody for that, but to think that he would do what he did is absolutely incredible. Yeah, Platoon. Somebody mentioned Platoon. Platoon's great. Spider-Man. Okay, somebody get my kid off the chat, please. We're going to talk about Spider-Man later, actually, because Whiskey Banger and I were talking about that last night.
Jamie, Black Hawk Down is, in my opinion, the best military movie.
Now, is that objective? Is that an objective or subjective?
I think there's a little bit of subjectiveness there, but
that's okay though.
It's an incredible movie.
It's a great movie. That movie.
I would say number two.
That movie was exhausting to watch, only because of thinking. I'm putting myself in their shoes and spending all that whole. How many hours was it where they were in battle against the enemy in that? And not just in the movie terms, but was it days? It was days, wasn't it?
It was several days. It was like 3 or 4 days.
I'll Google it. Hold on.
Great movie. It is one of the movies that when Memorial Day, Veterans Day come around, it's boom right on there. It's on that list. I watch it. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of another. Yeah, Apocalypse Now. Somebody mentioned Apocalypse Now. I love. I think it's an
18 hours.
18 hours of just constant battle. Yeah, Apocalypse Now, great movie. I think Apocalypse Now. I don't think it's underrated. I think it's talked about enough. But it's an older movie, so if you're not from that generation, you haven't watched it. You want to talk about a movie that really screws with your head. I mean, Whiskey Banger, obviously you've seen it, right? It's a fantastic movie. It's weird.
It's great.
I think Martin Sheen was in it. I think he had a heart attack during the filming of it. Actually, it was a weird movie. It's a long movie. Yeah, it's very weird, but and that's not for everybody. Again, that's Francis Ford Coppola. He came off The Godfather. Went to Apocalypse Now. He had a nice run. Tropic Thunder is considered a war movie. That's actually I watched Tropic Thunder the other day. It's actually better than I thought.
That movie is hilarious.
It would never be made today. Too much.
Could never. No way.
Very underrated.
I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr. would immediately be blackballed out of Hollywood. It'd be bad.
Very underrated comedy. But it was great. Anyway, yeah, sticking to that war genre, maybe for another few minutes. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. I mean, I just so many movies in the genre.
So I have two that I would say that we haven't talked about enough. 1917, I just saw that recently. Holy Jesus, that was amazing.
1917 was fantastic.
Wow. Like Greg had been telling me to watch it for a while, and I finally watched it. And I was like, at the very beginning, I was like, oh, just watching it. And then like about 10 minutes into the movie, I'm like, okay, I got to stop everything else that I'm doing. Throw this on the big screen, sit down and pay attention. And it was amazing. Amazing.
Great
I
movie.
left at the end of that movie with going like, bro, how have I never seen this before?
I liked it because it was short and it got right to the point. It was intense. Hey, you know what? You could say the same about
intense.
You could say the same about Dunkirk. I thought Dunkirk was fantastic.
I still haven't seen that.
What I liked about Dunkirk too, and I got a lot of guff for this. I like that word. Tanner told me that word, guff.
Yeah, I like guff.
That word. What I liked about Dunkirk is that it wasn't. And by the way, just to cut off them for the Met fans, Polar Bear Alonso just hit the gate walk-off home run for the Mets.
Atta boy.
Go Mets.
Anyway, so
I love him. Quick cut. I love him because he backlegs everything.
He's amazing. He's just a pure old school power hitter. Yeah, Dunkirk was great because it got right to the point. People didn't like it because it didn't have a well, I'm not going to ruin anything here. It didn't have enough backstory, like character-wise, but I thought it did enough. All it was about the guys on the beach getting them off at the beginning of the World War II.
Great. If you know anything about history in World War II, you know how important that period of time was. That what happened at Dunkirk was one of the most.
If they don't get off that beach, the war turns.
It's over. The war is over if they don't get off that beach.
Which makes me wonder, like, there's a whole conversation as to why the German Air Force didn't just keep bombing because
there's a great YouTube video that's about 90 minutes long that goes on into it of why if they would have. There was a general that basically told Hitler, you could end the war tonight if you bomb Dunkirk, right? It's over. But he wanted to advance in the Southern Front, and that's the only reason that kept those people alive. Because Hitler's a fucking moron and thought that he should advance the Southern.
Somebody brought up another movie. I don't know if this is a war movie. Hunt for Red October is more of like a.
Oh, that's a great movie. That's a great book.
I would say that's more of like a suspense. That's another genre. You could do that. Okay, now I guess we're getting out of the war. Like the what's the one movie with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman, which I love. So it's a submarine movie.
Oh, Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide.
Great movie. Great movie.
You put two powerhouse actors in a submarine with a good script. That was a Tony Scott movie, and Tony Scott was great. Ridley Scott's brother. Great movie.
What about We Were Soldiers?
Okay, I like We Were Soldiers. I think here's the problem I had with We Were Soldiers.
Your WhiskeyBanger is right where my dad was. He's like,
I think the action scenes are done pretty well. I think the problem is I have so much respect for the people who fought in the war and the people that portrayed. And that was the first battle in Vietnam, supposedly, right? That was our first battle in Vietnam. I didn't even mind Mel Gibson being in the movie. I thought he was fine. I think it went a little too much on the tropes of the soap opera-ish with certain war movies can do the story well enough. They can portray a story well enough
Diana.
Where it's not corny. Like, the women are back home and it's like they went a little too much with the sappy, but not in a good way. Like, it wasn't done well enough, but I like the war scenes. They really made it dramatic as far as the fighting scenes and graphic.
It had one of my favorite scenes in all of war movies ever. When that old dude just starts handing out weapons and they're all to the injured and the wounded, and he's like, prepare to defend yourself. I'm like, bro, you know how savage that is?
I think the movie had moments. I'd probably give the movie a solid 7 out of 10, but nothing really higher. I think it's a good movie.
Okay, here's the argument that I have all the time. Which is better, We Were Soldiers or Fury?
We Were Soldiers.
We Were Soldiers. I
think We Were Soldiers. I didn't love Fury. I thought the casting of some of the actors was. I'm not a was it Shia LaBeouf in Fury?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yep.
and-
Yeah, I'm not a
and
fan.
Fury.
I think the actor.
He was
I know
actually, he was actually pretty good in it because he was very tame.
something about that movie, and I respect the people, the genre, and all. I just didn't. Fury just didn't grab me. Certain movies just don't grab me. Pearl Harbor was my favorite. I shit on Pearl Harbor. That movie was trash. Sorry.
Got your boy though.
Oh, my boy
Benny
B. Affleck. But I like him as Batman, which is weird. I don't understand my life. Oh, Diana says hi, Tim.
I do. I said hi to her. Hello.
I got to give a shout out to Greg in the chat though. He said it a couple times, but All Quiet on the Western Front is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg. I just saw that. And yes, Tanner's right. That's one of my grandfather's favorite movies. He was a World War II vet, and I have seen that movie. Believe it or not.
What Greg said again. They turned it into
Pearl Harbor.
Story,
Pearl Harbor was guess who directed Pearl Harbor?
Oh, I have no idea. No way.
Michael Bay. Now, here's the problem. I remember a while ago when you used to be able to get movies online, quotations, Tim, quotations, online. There was an edit somebody made where they took out the entire love story of Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
it just made it an hour and 45. I have it on a hard drive. It is literally, it turns the movie from a 1 to like a 7.
Oh, wow.
It's just war. And it's about, but the movie was typical Michael Bay. First of all, I don't mind if you put a love story into it as long as it's not overpowering the story. And then he turns it into this like, I don't know, man. They're in love, and then she thinks he's dead, and then she's hanging out around with the best friend, and he comes. I was like, "What the fuck am I watching? Days of Our Lives?" Hey, 69 megas back to.
I got some lady boys for you.
I got you, maybe. I thought Pearl Harbor was a fucking travesty to that event, and Michael Bay. That's where I lost a ton of respect for Michael Bay. It was a money grab movie.
So then, what's the worst? Not counting Pearl Harbor, because we all agree on that. What's the worst military movie you've watched?
The one with Nicolas Cage, Wind Talkers.
Yes,
I actually like that.
No, this movie was terrible.
That is the worst. That I don't care.
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's good.
Is the worst military movie I've ever seen.
Did you read the book before?
Absolutely,
I never read the book.
Okay, the book is outstanding, and the movie follows the book. Like that's probably why it's not entertaining, right? Because it follows the book damn near word for word.
Did anybody ever see The Thin Red Line?
Yes.
No.
It was pretty. Talk about a slow. It's a slow burn movie though. Like there's a lot of. It goes into like the psychology of the soldier, the psychosis of the soldier. So they have you hear their inner dialogue, and there's a few great fight scenes, but it's really it came out the same time as Private Ryan, and of course it got buried, right?
Oh yeah.
So
anything should get buried next to Saving.
By the way, can we now that we're on real quick, we're on the subject of Private Ryan. Can we please fucking talk about how Private Ryan did not win Best Picture?
Okay.
Fucking Shakespeare in Love beats out Private Ryan? Are you fucking kidding me? It won Best Director, Best Screenplay, but it loses out to some fucking Shakespeare in Love sappy romance comedy drama.
My wife, I've never seen Shakespeare in Love. My wife said she watched it and she goes, "It was okay, nothing special." I have no idea how it won Best Picture, but like it's nothing special. Somebody
was either paying somebody off or sucking something to get that fucking movie passed.
That got gawked all the way to the top.
Yeah. Unbelievable trash of a travesty. We're gonna go through. So I have a list here of movies that won Best Picture that other movies were better, and I'm gonna go to one that Tanner Whiskey Banger.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Most overrated fucking one of the most. Now again, I'm gonna. You know what? Let's just get into it now. I'm fucking.
Hold on. I want to know Whiskey Banger.
Sorry.
What was
go.
What would you want in the pipe? Worst military movie.
My worst military movie?
Well, we just said it, didn't we?
Oh, dude. Fucking Wind Talkers. That is the worst military movie I've ever seen.
I hate you guys.
The second worst would probably be
Midway. I hated it.
Wait,
Midway or Pearl Harbor?
The new one.
The new one wasn't good.
The new one, Pearl Harbor's its own category, right? Of just absolute trash. But I went into watching Midway going, okay, this is the redemption for Pearl Harbor, right? We can make a boat movie work. Nah, bro, it was horrible.
So, yeah, okay. So now we're gonna stick into this genre because this gets me assed up every fucking time. Okay, I'm gonna say something very unpopular for a lot of people, and a lot of people in the chat listening later on are gonna be cursing me. Maybe Forrest Gump was the most overrated movie I have seen. Now, here, listen. Hold on a second. Now, let me preface that. Just because I say now, just because a movie's overrated doesn't mean that it wasn't okay, or the acting wasn't good, or to me, remember when Forrest Gump came out. What year was it? 1994, 5, I believe.
5, I think.
I was young. I was younger. It was a long time ago. So I thought it was okay. I liked it more then. And as I got older and rewatched it, it's like, wow, this movie really was. It doesn't hold up, and it's just not great.
94.
Tom Hanks was okay. 94. So Tom Hanks was fine. I think Gary Sinise was fucking amazing in that movie because he's good in everything. I think the plot over time just doesn't hold up. Just goofy. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be kind of a fantasy, but everything falls into place, and he's a fucking. Oh god. How? Okay, and here's the travesty of this all. This is what makes me want to fucking strangle someone. That movie beat out Shawshank Redemption for Best Picture. Everybody in the Academy should be taken out to a woodshed and fucking just beat the shit out of it.
Can I tell you why it is properly rated? Like, it's not overrated, it's not underrated. Can I tell you why it's properly rated?
Tell me.
Because you watch the movie, right? And it's a story about a person developing himself, involving himself, and eventually becomes the final product, right? Mm-hmm. Where he takes the child and he's with the child, and that's what it is. They sold you in 94 on this is a comedy, it's a war movie, it's an action movie, it's a classic, right? And they sold it so hard on you that you guys all bought it. That everybody bought it. They won Best Picture. Everyone talks about it. It's on their top 10 list and everything like that. That's why it's properly rated, because they sold it so goddamn hard on you dumbasses out there. I don't take credit because I don't watch enough movies, but all you guys out there bought into it. That's why it's properly rated. From the jump, From the jump,
it's overrated. You think it's rated correctly. I think it's one of the worst movies. It's in my top 10 worst, most hated movies of all time.
He just
would you say that when it came out?
No, I was too young. I mean, I was like, what? How old?
He was younger than me.
4th grade.
Yeah. I was a little older. So I liked it when it first came out. I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting how they put him in different time periods. And then as I got older, I just like, wow, this movie really just doesn't.
Hate it.
First of all, Jenny in the movie, I fucking wanted to choke. Was the most victim mentality. She gets what she wants at the end just to fucking ruin his life again by dying because she was a whore and a drug addict. And like, I understand the whole thing of redemption and forgiveness. I got what they were trying to do. She was the most unlikable character I think I've seen in a movie.
I will say that movie is one of the worst later on movies. It doesn't travel. It doesn't carry well.
It doesn't carry. It doesn't hold up. Like where Shawshank
it doesn't hold up. Shawshank Redemption. Anytime, anywhere. That is a great movie for any generation at any time.
Diana says she was old in 1994. Listen, Diana, we're not judging over here, right? We're not.
Hey, I'm into older chicks. What's up, Diana?
Yeah. He has a white person's dog, though, Diana. So I don't know what to tell you.
She missed Teddy. Oh, she'll have to go back and see it.
Juliana is my daughter, so she likes to chat on things, like asking me why Spider-Man's in a wartime chat. But no, yeah, I think Shawshank Redemption to me is top 5 movie of all time, best.
Agreed.
Somebody also brought up a mention in the war movies with Patton. Patton's an older movie, but it's pretty damn good. My dad loved Patton, the movie.
It's good.
Good movie. Diana says she likes younger men. Okay, what is going on? Are we turning this into a dating site? There we go. Look at the Teddy. Teddy, what's your favorite movie? A Dog's Tale.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Reservoir Dogs is the same one, right?
Reservoir Dogs.
Bound.
Homeward Bound? Yes, one of my favorites.
I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
He could sit here for now.
He's a good boy. He could sit wherever he wants. Yeah, so for that, like I just can't. I hate when movies win Best Picture just off popularity, but for the Shawshank not to get the fuck out of here. All right, here's another question then. Let's do this. I'm just going to go out there, buddy. We're going straight in. What's your favorite movie of all time, and why do you like it?
Okay, preface.
Battle LA, because it's so realistic.
Are we talking like favorite movie ever because it's fun and I just like it and it's nostalgic? Or are we talking like favorite movie, it's the best cinematic masterpiece of all time?
Let's go with that. Let's just say what's your movie you're just like, wow, this is just well put together.
Okay.
All overall, just yeah, let's stick to that. Cinematically, just the usual writing, directing, like the perfect movie to you.
I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you like an old movie from like back in the day, and then I'm going to give you a new movie, like newer. Old 2001 Space Odyssey is an absolute masterpiece.
Fantastic.
Never seen it.
It is incredible. And it came out in like 68, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's an incredible movie.
It's a great movie.
Now, current, I would say, Greg already knows what I'm going to say. Blade Runner 2049 is a freaking masterpiece. I love that movie. Anytime it's on, I'll freaking stop and sit and watch it. It's a long movie. Admittedly, it's kind of slow. People like your boy Sven. Oh, it's freaking slow and stupid. I don't like this movie. It's
well,
like,
he's pretty slow and stupid.
No one knows who Sven is. They think he's a moose from Frozen.
But yes, those two movies are like my past and present, like perfection, like amazing movies.
Yeah.
We got Tim.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, well, is Tim going to go next or is no, Tim? Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, so same as Tanner, I'm going to go a little bit older and a little bit newer. So my older movie, A Few Good Men. Same situation. That's on. I'm watching it. It doesn't matter what's happening going on that day. I'm going to watch that. I will shamefully say if there's not a good football game on, I will watch that over a football game. Right? The most recent one that I've seen that blew my mind, and not so much cinematography, but like the storyline, the acting, and the way it was done, Shutter Island blew my mind.
It was a good movie. I like that movie. It was actually better than
I like to think that I can see plot turns coming just from the volume of books I read, right? Like you can see stuff happening. Never saw it. Never.
It's a great movie.
Was sitting there, jaw on the floor, had to immediately rewatch it and be like, oh my God, there were clues the whole way through. Fantastic movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I think we all know what I'm going to pick. I think Tanner knows what I'm going to pick for the best movie of my lifetime. I think I've ever
seen. Goodfellas or Godfather 2, and I'm saying it's Godfather 2.
Godfather.
No, actually, okay. So one surprise is going to be. I just think the first Godfather movie to me. Now again, I know what you. Greatest Showman. I know what you're going to say. I know what Tanner's. I know what you're going to say. Well, typical, right? You love that genre. I'm going beyond. I read the book, The Godfather, after seeing the movie years later, and the fucking book was amazing. I think it transcends the whole mob genre thing because it's just about the American dream coming to America, building up. It's a lot about family, loyalty, and family, and how things can turn in your life to where and the whole point of Michael Corleone is he didn't want to be in. He was an army vet. He was a hero in the army, and he didn't want to be involved in the mob family thing. But his dad, he got shot, and he kind of had to step in because his brother got killed. But there's a lot of tragedy. The Godfather 2 is definitely right there. But yeah, I think as far as cinematography, and this is where I'll go to The Godfather 2 as my number 2, because I never seen a movie make you feel like you were an immigrant coming to a country and put you in that place, and to see a man rise to power from nothing, literal nothing. Living in a shithole apartment with one room into growing into who he became, and then the downfalls of being in that life. So that's for me. I mean, those are as far as new. If we're going to do this old new thing, 2049 Blade Runner is unbelievable. It's so hard, man.
How new is that?
2049 came out in 2019.
You gotta like sci-fi. You gotta like sci-fi. The first Blade. I remember. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Tom.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say because I know people who think the original Blade Runner is terrible. I love the first Blade Runner.
I do too.
It's a weird sci-fi. You gotta be. You gotta really. I think the second one. You might. Well, here's what I'll say. I showed the movies to the wife. Maybe about a year ago. We watched them. She liked the first one. I think the second one's a better made movie overall. I think in the scheme of epicness, the fucking second movie just blows your mind. It's so good.
How did neither one of you say Interstellar?
Well,
that was actually going to be my honorable mention.
Well, hold on. I think Interstellar is a fantastic. Now you got to be a Nolan fan. The movie, what ruins Interstellar for me and knocks it down is the ending. Yep. The ending of that movie, the original ending, was much better. Where it was, what's the word they use for it? Where you don't know the end, what's going to happen at the end. They leave it open. Tanner? What's the word for that? They do in movies.
Open-ended? I don't.
No, there's a specific word. I'm just retarded tonight. Oh God, what is the word where like a story ends or a movie or a TV show and they let you kind of determine? You have to guess what happened instead of there actually being an actual ending to it. Why can't I think of the fucking word? Oh my God. Anyway, Blade Runner 2049. Interstellar is great. I think Inception is better than Interstellar. Blade Runner, that's the one. Yeah, because Ryan Gosling. Yeah, we just watched The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling, and now my kid loves him.
Inception's another great movie. I love that movie.
I think Inception's the best movie.
Did you guys like Gravity?
I liked the.
It was solid.
I liked parts of Gravity. I didn't love it all the way.
I remember when people were trying to tell me Gravity is as good, if not better, than Interstellar, and I wanted to fight them.
Absolutely not.
And not everybody I know loves Interstellar. Open it. Now I don't know if it's open ended. There's a specific word for it.
I've never seen Inception because I'll take that back. I watched 30 minutes of Inception and I quit because I'm like, my head fucking hurts.
It's a deep movie. It's a really deep movie. I love Inception. I think it's a great movie. I love Interstellar. It's a great movie. I love Christopher Nolan movies in general, but yeah, I'd probably have to go.
He is, because of you guys, he's now probably a top 3 director to me.
I can't wait to see his newest movie coming out next year. It's going to be fantastic.
What's the
Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
That's going to be good.
About the guy. It's a true story about the guy, but it's not diverse enough. In case you didn't know.
Why do we got to do this? Just let it go.
Sorry. We're not going to talk about She-Hulk. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm
like, if we let it go, he's going to get there.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's go with. This is going to be fun. Overrated actors. I'm going to go with my top one, and you might think I'm crazy. Okay. And I'm not saying he's a bad actor.
I got my guy.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor.
Hold on.
Sorry,
are we talking about just overrated in the sense that people love him, but he's actually not that great?
Somebody who's revered as being a great actor who's actually not a great actor.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I don't know if I explained that well enough because I know you get. I'm going to go with my top one. I'm going to go this first because this is going to.
Don't you dare take mine. Don't you dare take mine.
I'm not saying this guy's not a good actor, but to put on this pedestal with the greats, I think Tom Hanks is overrated.
Ooh. I didn't see it coming. Never saw it.
Ooh, that is Diana said Matt
Damon. Diana said Matt Damon.
He only had 2 good roles in his entire life.
I don't think he's a bad actor. I think Tom Hanks is
Jason Bourne and the Good Will Hunting. Those are the only 2.
So I'm going to go with I think Tom Hanks is a good actor. He's likable. People, this 69 Mega keeps popping up. She wants to get some business going. I blocked her. And
she's trying to start some stuff with Diana.
I think that Tom Hanks is a very good actor. I think he's made great movies. I don't put him on that pedestal. I'm sorry. He's not the Nicholsons. He's not the Pacinos. He's not the Washingtons. I don't think he's as good as Leo DiCaprio. I said Tom Hanks is an overrated actor. And you could say I'm wrong. That's fine. That's just my opinion, but I think he's overrated. Not saying he hasn't made good movies. I like a lot of his movies. I just don't think he's a great actor. He's a good comedic actor. Drama, he's good. That's where I leave it.
The problem is he's got good movies on the resume.
He's got great movies. I love his
got
movies.
a
Most
lot
of
of really good movies on the resume. Like I would. The problem with that argument is you go Tom Hanks is overrated. I'm like, you just argued Saving Private Ryan is one of the greatest movies of all time, right? Forrest Gump, whether you like it or not, won Best Picture, right? He's got Castaway.
Mhm.
Like even his newest one with that Greyhound movie was actually pretty good. I watched that. There's a lot of things on his resume that like it's hard to point out.
Well, that's the thing. Just because they're good movie, if there's good movies and there's great actors, like great actors carry the movie. Like I just don't.
He was in Castaway and carried a movie with a volleyball.
I like the volleyball more than him in the movie. I'm not saying he's not good. He's good enough to have a presence in the movie, but to me, like I'm talking about like acting where I'll use Leo DiCaprio. The guy, every fucking role he's basically in, he's just you don't see the roles he's playing. You see the character, you don't see him. That's a guy who can carry a full movie through.
Jamie's 100% right on Tom Cruise.
Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise is another guy. This is what I love about Tom Cruise. He knows he's not a great actor. He's just he just makes good movies.
Yeah. It's like
I like
Keanu Reeves.
100%. Keanu Reeves not a great actor.
Stay in your lane, right?
He knows what he is. John Wick is his thing. Like and that kind of stuff is fine.
He's basically Johnny Utah in every movie. Like
in every movie.
It doesn't matter if you're watching The Replacements or John Wick. He's still the same dude.
He's the best.
I got a guy. I got a guy for you.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
And my mom would hate me because she's in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
George Clooney.
I'm not a George Clooney fan at all.
I don't think
Three Kings, and I got nothing left for you. I got nothing else that he was halfway decent in.
Yeah, it's bad.
I can't. He's absolutely stunning, handsome, right? But like, is he talented? I don't think so.
There's Tanner's boy. Juliana just getting named Tanner's. Well, we'll talk about him in a minute. Yeah,
See, I don't consider him overrated. He is the worst
George Clooney
actor.
been in good movies? Yes, but he's not a great.
Nate, give me one.
What's a good movie he acted well in?
That's the problem.
I don't know. He's not that kind of actor though. He's a face. That's all it is. He's a
right.
Good-looking dude who makes
Batman
whatever.
Forever.
Oh god, that's probably his best role.
I'm just saying, like
Batman and Robin, whatever the fuck it was.
With the Batman and Robin.
Listen, Greg, you're gonna get Tanner pissed off now because he hates Nicolas Cage. Now, listen, I like some Nicolas Cage. Now Nicolas Cage, those who don't know, we all know his real name in the show. It's Nicholas Ford Coppola. He's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew, so that's really where he got to start. I like some Nicolas Cage movies. I get why people can't stand him though. He is very over the top.
He's in one of my favorite bad movies.
The Rock.
Yes, it's just entertaining to watch it. Like it's stupid, but look
at this. Cassie got in on the conversation saying that Clooney was better in ER. Yeah, I gotta say he wasn't bad. That's a good catch, Cassie.
Good. I will give that up. You are correct.
Well, what does that say about him? Is he more of a TV style actor than a Hollywood, or he's just because he's good looking he got Hollywood roles?
I mean, you could say the same thing about Steve Carell. Steve Carell is a better TV show actor than he was a movie actor.
Steve Carell sticks to what he knows. It's a comedy, the romantic comedy kind of shit, and that's fine. Cassie's right though. He wasn't bad in ER. I remember watching that show with him on.
He was ER.
Yeah, he exploded. And he had I'm sorry, WhiskeyBanger. Did we get to you? Who was your?
I mean, I'm sorry, Greg, in the chat.
No, it's okay.
I'm not going to say he's overrated. I think he's one of the worst actors, so we'll get to that later. But to me, an overrated actor that I see people jump on as being like one of the best, he's blah blah blah. John Travolta.
Listen, if I can come kiss you right now, I would. Sorry, Cassie, but I think John Travolta is now. Again, there's going to be people in this chat that might love him from. Listen, there's soft spots for certain generations with him from older movies, and I'm not saying he hasn't made decent movies. This is what I think Tanner's getting at.
Another one of the guys in my favorite bad movie category.
He is not a good actor at all. I watched like
Swordfish was amazing. He was amazing in Swordfish.
No.
I'm not saying it's a good movie. It's a terrible movie, but like it comes on and it's entertaining. I don't know why.
I think he is. When he had his resurgence in Pulp Fiction, and then he kind of just exploded. And then he's not a great actor.
That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. It's like Tim was touching on it earlier. There's like when you were talking about Tom Hanks. Like, yes, Tom Hanks is in a bunch of great movies, but he's not like an amazing actor. And I say the same thing about like Nicolas Cage. Like, there's plenty of movies that he's been in that I'm like, okay, this is a decent movie. Like The Rock. I love The Rock. That's a great movie, but not because of him. I love The Rock because
Sean
Connery.
But you could accept Nicolas Cage in a movie like that.
Underrated role for Ed Harris.
The thing is, with Nicolas Cage in that movie, you're not taking it seriously though. So he's fine to be in a movie like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Because Nicolas Cage, he was in freaking Wind Talker, Code Talker, whatever, and it was horrendous. Like,
great movie.
Not the bees level acting in that movie. There's a scene where he's like running with a Tommy gun in the jungle, and they just do like some airstrike or something, and he's just like, not the bees.
He made some really stupid, shitty.
Tim is so
what about actress? You pigs?
I will say though, if you told me what should Nicolas Cage do the rest of his career, National Treasure movies. That's it. Just do those ones.
Like National Treasure. I think
he fits that role. And that's what he should do the rest of his life. Stop trying to make The Rock 2 or any other things similar to that. Just go do that one. I will say though, Gone in 60 Seconds, he peaked there.
Okay,
that was his peak.
Yeah. It's because he's toned down in National Treasure. Like, he's toned down in those movies. It's really, but yeah, I get it. What about actress? You pigs.
You misogynist.
Hold on. All I gotta say is there any actresses worth talking about? I don't think so. All right, moving on.
Maybe not these days.
I mean, I have two. Well, I mean, we'll get to it, but like, there's two actresses that I think are incredible that are current.
Scarlett Johansson.
Absolutely not.
No, you said good actors.
What is that movie, Greg? What's that movie where Nicolas Cage swaps faces?
Face Off.
Completely ridiculous. I mean, it's an entertaining movie.
No, it's not.
The acting is.
You cannot say that's better than Greatest Showman. Yeah, I will.
Yes, I would say Face Off is better than the Greatest, because at least it's giving me something like fucking Greatest. What am I? The guy's
amazing.
I can't talk.
He's amazing. The word
is amazing.
Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman is amazing.
Show the real Barnum where he fucking beat the shit out of black people. He was a racist. He was a lunatic.
But Hugh Jackman's amazing in The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I like Hugh Jack. Okay, we got Cassie said Moonstruck. Moonstruck was a great movie, actually, a good romantic comedy. Nicolas Cage was in that movie. Leaving Las Vegas, he didn't win a Best Picture. I think that's probably his best acted movie. He played an alcoholic.
I just want you to know your family is agreeing with me more than you tonight. I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey, I got my boy Frankie from back east in the chat. How you doing, buddy? That's an old friend right there. We used to do Jerky Boy prank calls together, so he's a good man.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we got in a lot of trouble when we were younger. I like Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman, he's fine. I don't give a shit about The Greatest Showman. I'm sorry.
I want to see Greatest Showman on Broadway with him, though.
Why?
I'm sure you do.
Bro, are you kidding me?
What are you gonna do? Little tassels? No, Hugh Jackman.
Dude, the only thing Hugh Jackman is
have you ever watched the movie though? For real?
I have watched it. Yes, I have watched it because I remember my wife and daughter loved the movie. I mean, this is when we had Disney Plus, and I said, "Why am I watching this?" So I said, "Oh, fine, I'll watch it. Give them the benefit of the doubt."
Fantastic.
about 35 minutes into the movie, I'm on my phone and I get the look like, what do you want on your phone? I'm like, this movie sucks.
Wait, did Jamie just say the soundtrack was the only good thing about The Greatest Showman? It's a musical. That's the main part of it.
No, listen. Well, we get it. The freaks are, the freaks. We got to include everybody in interracial. The Disney turned it into a fucking woke fest. That's why I hated the movie. Now you can like the music in the movie, sure, okay, it's a musical.
I will say the music is top notch.
Why don't you accept me? Because you're a woman with a beard. What the fuck is wrong with you? Shave that shit.
Jesus Christ.
But nowadays, no, we can't. No, listen, that's just you people drive me fucking crazy. Somebody, by the way, we're gonna get into best actors here. I got my uncle just texted me. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's the worst. That's my boy. I hate that. No, listen. Is
Ben Affleck worse than Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling's not a bad actor.
Are you kidding me? He's an absolute liability at corner.
No, Ben
Absolutely.
Here's Ben Affleck.
If you don't like Ryan Gosling, then you won't like Blade Runner 2049.
He was good in that movie. I'm not saying he's a great actor. He was a good movie. Here's Ben. You remember what's the movie Ben Affleck played with the autistic guy, Tanner? What was that movie? The Accountant. Right?
That's a good movie.
You know why he was good in that? Do you know why that movie he was good in that movie? Because that's his fucking acting all the time. Hey,
just retarded. He's retarded.
And I actually like the guy as Batman.
Wait a minute. Wait. What about him in The Town?
Okay, that was
The Town is a good
Town
movie.
was a great movie. I love The Town. He's another guy. He's weird. This is a weird thing. This is the weirdest thing with Ben Affleck. I fucking hate him as an actor. I think he is. What about Vin Diesel? He should have stuck to checking IDs by the velvet rope. Frankie off the top. He's right.
But like it's all about family, Frankie. Family. If you guys haven't watched Fast and Furious, you won't get it.
No, I watched it too many times. Too many Fast and Furious movies. But no, Ben Affleck is just the one tone. But here's the funny thing. I like some of his movies. One of my movies by Ben Affleck. It's probably my favorite movie from him. That was with Samuel Jackson. Nobody's ever seen this movie. It's called Changing Lanes.
Never seen it.
Fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. He's like one of the movies he's actually acted the best. He was great in The Accountant. I agree, Cassie. I think he was great in The Accountant because that's how he acts all the time. I think he has some fucking down autism, whatever the fuck it is, because that's how. Hey. I'm gonna go rob a bank. This is the town. Cool. Let's go.
I'm Batman.
What the?
That's Ben Affleck. Frankie, what did Frankie say? What about which part? Fast and Furious 14. Yeah, they went to space in the last movie, Frankie. So I don't know. No, I think Cassie's right. I think Ed. I hear dog. Listen. If you need to tell your wife to calm down. We're doing a show, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I love you, Allie.
Wow.
I love you, Allie. It was a joke. I'm getting my ass kicked next week for that one.
Yeah, you are.
She's gonna throw you in the deep end of the pool and just sit there and shoot shots at you.
I'm getting poisoned fucking Filipino food. Robert Pattinson was great as Batman. We'll get into that. Yeah, Ben Affleck sucks. I'm sorry. But here's the thing, though. I like some of his movies. There you go. So
he's not like a great actor or anything, but
I don't
think he's a horrible actor.
See, I put him in like the
like what? Okay, him in Armageddon.
But that's like a stupid.
He's the perfect role for that
because the movie's retarded.
Exactly. So
that's where he belongs. Yeah, in those roles he's fine.
Have you noticed that he's like, The Accountant? He's playing a retard.
He's
playing a retard in Armageddon. Perfect role. Let's cast him for all of them.
I'm just saying. You stay in your lane, like we always talk. Sorry,
Jamie. The best Batman was.
Okay. Now we're gonna get into Batman actor. Okay.
George Clooney.
We're gonna get into a territory. We're gonna go from the Batman. The best Batman actor. Oh shit! Like, what are we talking about? Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Are you gonna ask my question that I sent you about the Batman question I sent? Because it's fantastic.
I'm waiting for my computer to explode. So hold on.
Tim's about to piss me off.
It's worse than you think, my friend.
Ask me about Batman. There's no Batman question on here.
I sent you a list.
Yeah, you did, but I don't
Did
see
I?
a Batman question.
Hold
I
on.
really, I'm gonna shout out to Greg in the chat.
Oh, my bad. It's
I
on.
like
It's in
the,
my
Bale
segment.
movies.
My bad.
Jesus Christ.
I like the Bale movies. I agree with you though. The gravelly voice was annoying, but I do like Michael Keaton as Batman. I thought he was really good.
Is
I
he the
think-
best?
Michael Keaton?
I think Pattinson was the best Batman.
If we're talking strictly Batman, not Bruce Wayne, Batman, it's Robert Pattinson. He nails it right on the head.
Really? I've
Batman.
never seen the one with Robert Pattinson.
It's a great movie.
You need to see that movie. It is excellent.
Very good,
Now-
very good movie. Yeah, Tanner's right.
Him as Bruce Wayne though, it's kind of hard to see because he doesn't really look like Bruce Wayne.
It's young Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, like it doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't really look like Bruce Wayne to me. So I have a hard time with it,
Ben Affleck.
but I agree.
looked
Ben
like
Affleck
that. Oh,
looked like.
Well, I mean, yeah,
looked
he
like Bruce Wayne.
he fixed the Dark Knight Rises Batman perfectly. He's got the brooding, huge
Yeah.
fucking biceps, and he's got the so he fit the profile. I think the best Bruce Wayne was Christian Bale, by far. He's the best actor out of all of them, by the way. Acting, Christian Bale's a great actor. I think he pulled off
Christian
Bruce
Bale.
Wayne perfectly. I think he pulled off Bruce Wayne. Batman, he was okay in the first movie. In the second movie, he sounded like a bear hunting people. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Where's the shut up.
Jesus Christ!
Somebody's
people.
speakers just blew out, and somebody's ears bleeding. right
I
now.
was like, someone's ear is bleeding right now, and it might be mine.
Yeah, but Cassie's not wrong. I mean, he did have the. I mean, listen, women love Ben Affleck. He's a good-looking guy, sure. I mean, he's not me in a bat suit, but that's just my opinion.
Is
So
that a
funny
bat
when
or a
Tim's-
pterodactyl? I can't say.
I don't know what. Yeah, I look like a pterodactyl now. Losing all this weight.
Do the Bane impersonation. Do it.
I can't do Bane. Bane's hard to do, man. I can't.
My
Bane,
voice can't get that high pitched.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I can't. I gotta be in the. You
I was born in the. I know.
you
thought
thought darkness was your ally.
No.
I
Do you
was born in darkness. Oh yeah.
Do you feel in charge? Oh my god, I used to do that. I used to die laughing.
Do you feel in charge? Yeah, no, Bane was such a wasted fucking character. What do we got? Best Joker?
Juliana is.
Wow, that's.
I mean,
to me, we know.
if we're
we
talking
know what the
live
answer is.
action, it's Heath Ledger.
Yes.
But if we're talking best just Joker in
No.
general, it's Mark Hamill from the
Oh, you
animated
mean,
series and the Arkham games.
You mean the liberal femboy? I do love him
Yeah.
as Joker, though. His voice is amazing.
Luke Skywalker is the best Joker.
What did
It's-
Cassie
it's-
say? I give you my mask. Talking about Bane.
Oh,
You talking
she
about
has,
Bane?
Cassie
Oh, the
has
Bane
this,
mask. Oh, the
the Bane
mask. Yeah. You know what? I might do that for Halloween because now that I've lost all this weight, I'm not as big as him. But I can at least fit into a normal shirt now. That's Greg and Tanner's love language is Bane. Yes, Bane talk is my love language to Tanner.
True.
We send romantic messages to each other. Tanner, you think darkness is your ally? I was born in the dark.
I used to sit at work and just on the other side of the wall hear this and be
Oh
like,
my
what the fuck is happening over there?
Oh, dude, Bane was such a waste. Oh God. Yes, Cassie, I'll take your mask. I'll wear that. I might do that for Halloween. Shave my head, just run around talking like Bane all day. God, we got.
I was
way off-
wondering what would break first.
Yeah, I was wondering who's
Yeah.
stealing your.
Oh, your
who's stealing
body.
candy. Give me your candy, you little shit. Oh God. Okay, here's one. Now I'm gonna go with another overrated actor. I think is just Will Smith.
Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here. Now again, you could say you like his movies, but when I see people talking about him as like some amazing dramatic actor, get the fuck out of here with that. Overrated.
You
There's
stole
some
that from
movies-
me. You stole that from me, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of stole that from you, but was that your guy? Was that your guy?
No, it was number two. My number two that on the list that I sent you.
Yeah, Will Smith. I can't stand Will Smith.
I said
out.
Jamie Foxx is better than Will Smith, and I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, I don't even like Jamie Foxx, and I'll give you that.
I'll
give you that.
there's certain movies that Will Smith is in where he does a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying
I Am
Independence
Legend,
Day?
he was actually really good in that movie.
Oh, that's true.
What movie?
I Am Legend.
Yeah,
the one with the zombies and shit.
yeah, that was
That was
pretty
good.
movie.
But there's
To
I don't- like to me, Jamie Foxx is the same person in every movie. It doesn't matter if it's Django Unchained or fucking Any Given Sunday. He's the same dude.
No,
Wait.
no, because if you've never seen The Soloist, he's amazing in The Soloist.
Is that where he's like Ray
Amazing.
Charles or something?
No, he's a violin
It's
player.
like
He
he's
does
a
play
homeless
Ray
black
Charles,
guy
though.
who plays violin.
Yes, and then that's a great movie. Who's in Iron Man's in that movie?
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Somebody
he's in that
brought
movie.
Robert
Fantastic
Downey
movie.
Jr. up as an actor before. I think he's an okay actor.
He's okay,
Iron Man.
but that movie is fantastic. You should watch that movie. And
Greg-
then The Kingdom. I absolutely loved him in The Kingdom.
it was
I
an
did like
okay
that
movie.
movie.
It was filmed here in Mesa, by the way.
It was.
Can you talk like Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck? I can't talk like Tanner. You love Nicolas Cage. Could you talk
I
like
can talk
Nicolas
like
Cage?
Nicolas Cage.
Somebody, I want to bring this up. Somebody did mention we're gonna get into who we love as actors here in a minute, and one of them I think we'll all agree on. At least Tanner and I agree on. But yeah, well, we might as well do that now.
I was
Segue
gonna say
into
I'm
that.
curious to see what Tim has to say.
All right, now we're
What did you
talking
think of
about
his head?
somebody texted me Jack Nicholson as far as great actors. That's a given. Jack Nicholson is fantastic.
He's
He's
good in
good.
everyone.
Pretty much everything except that last movie he made, Wolf, which was absolute trash. Everybody see the movie Wolf with him?
No.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Dan, I want you to do me a favor. Go on. I think it's on either Netflix or one of these free. It's on like some shitty free TV. It's one of the worst movies he's ever made, but that was like one of his last movies, and he just quit acting after that. He was
I
like, I'm
would
done.
too.
He's impersonating. Greg does impersonations, really.
Can
Sorry, I'm
you
gonna have
do
to
an
make Greg on
impersonation of a intelligent Cannoli Sasquatch? I'd like to see that in person.
That's miracle work. He doesn't. He's not a priest. He's not a saint.
He's
He
not-
can't do
You're not a
miracles.
freaking shaman, bro.
Diana, just to let you know, I'm on the other side of the planet from freaking Mesa. That would take me like
He's in-
3
he lives
hours
in
to
East
drive.
Atlanta.
I'm nowhere near Mesa. No, Mesa, Arizona is such a big state. What are we, like the second or third? What are we, fifth in land mass in the country or something like that? Yeah, it's about a 50-minute drive almost.
And I'm
So,
45 minutes from Jamie. Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to go visit him next week for his kid's birthday party. I got to pack a lunch and a suitcase because it's about an hour away, but it's worth it.
I got really bad news for you guys on that.
What?
We're not having barbecue.
You
Right.
lied to me.
So
Right.
basically, I have to disown you.
I have to figure out something this week of what we're gonna do because it's like he got his schedule messed up, and so we can't have it.
So as long as there's a chicken, I'm okay.
But my mom did not bail out on you. She's bringing you Filipino spaghetti,
I'm okay then.
adobo, pancit, and pork on a stick.
I'm good.
Don't look at it, WhiskeyBanger. It's not for you. It's specifically for Cannoli. Like she's making him a cooler that she's gonna give him the cooler. He's taking me to her home.
friendly. It's keto friendly,
Yes.
Tanner. Oh, yeah.
Yes, she made it keto friendly for him, and no red meat.
You're racist.
Yeah. Diane. What did Craig say? Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, Jack Nicholson's fucking fantastic. I bet he. Yeah, I'm a little upset about this barbecue thing, but we'll get over that because I'm getting.
Did Jamie
Filipino.
eat pizza?
Yeah, she eats pizza.
She's vegetarian. I don't know if like that also.
Well,
means
pizza's
vegan.
not. There's no meat in pizza dough.
But I mean, like some people are vegan. Some people don't. I don't know
she's
what the
not-
rules are.
No,
here.
she's not a freak. She's not a vegan. She's just a vegetarian. She's like eating meat. Vegans
I
are
thought
fucking
of-
weird.
I thought about having a pizza oven come out and do individual pizzas.
Are you trying to? Are you mocking my heritage? I'm offended.
Oh, if
need
you
to
want to do this,
apologize.
I'll make pizzas.
Greg,
All right.
what are you
And
gonna
you can
do?
be pissed
What are
off
you
when
gonna
I
do
got
when you
hunt.
put pineapple.
I'm
If
gonna
you
put
put-
pineapple on yours.
Hold on. I got into this argument the other. My wife likes pineapple on pizza, and I almost got divorce papers out because this is a fucking sacrilege. Sacrilege. You don't touch a fucking masterpiece and put fruit on top of it. Do you put
Oh,
apples on? Well, let's give an example. Do you put apples on top of hamburgers?
No.
Thank you.
I will say
Terrorist,
that
dude.
I had a pizza that had fig and stuff on it. Oh, say hello, little tiny human.
Hello.
It was fig, green apples, and I don't know, this marmalade jam on top of it, and it was unreal good.
I need you
and I felt like a hipster immediately.
I need you to replace the I in fig and add an A in there. And then we'll have, I'm from California. No, that's a bullshit excuse. It's a bullshit excuse. I like pineapple. I like pizza. I love pineapple. You combine the two, you're a fucking psychopath. I love my wife. She's the best. You're nuts. You're fucking nuts. Now I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch tonight, but whatever.
I have a spare bedroom. Do you have enough gas in your tank to get here?
I don't know. No. By the way, did anybody notice gas went up 10 cents a gallon again?
I did.
Why?
You put
mayonnaise, it was going down.
Mayonnaise on a hot dog? You are from California.
No, California's fucking weird, dude. Californians are weird.
Like I hate mayonnaise in general. Just I can't eat mayonnaise.
You wouldn't eat a gallon of mayonnaise.
Same. I can't do mayonnaise or sour cream. Either one of them. Can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do mayonnaise. I'll do it, but I'm not. Just give me ketchup or mustard. I'm good. Okay, where were we? Best actors, right? Jack Nicholson. Somebody. I got a request for adding Johnny Depp to the conversation.
My child just picked up the dog, put her over his head, him over her head, and dropped him. And then the dog jumps back into her arms. I'm like, what is wrong with this?
Well, dogs are stupid. I love them, but they're retarded.
This dude's like, oh, this is fun. Get dropped again.
She's playing. I lost a leg, but we're playing.
Jesus.
Yeah, Johnny Depp is a great actor. Was a great actor.
I was gonna say his older stuff is like Donnie Brasco was an awesome.
Oh, he was great in Donnie Brasco. He sold me on that.
I can't watch anything before or after without immediately thinking that he's Jack Sparrow. And everything I watch now, it's everything he's in. I'm like, God dang it, Sweeney Todd's ruined for me because then, I'm like, oh, Johnny, oh, you don't like Sweeney Todd?
I mean, no, that kind of musical is not for me.
I like Edward Scissorhands better.
Edward Scissorhands was good. Who doesn't like Edward Scissorhands? I showed that to my kid recently, and she loved it. I gotta get her. No, people who like The Greatest Showman, like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's true. I like both of them. I don't understand. I don't understand the hate.
Okay, so who's everybody's favorite actor? No, let's change the question because that's tough because you could.
Because I have three.
Who's the? I have two.
That's tough. All right. So go with that. Okay, let's do this. Who's one of the best actors you've ever seen, and who's your favorite actor?
The best actor I've ever seen is Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's my number one.
Is this your favorite, or he's just one of the best?
He's not my favorite, but he's the multitude of roles that he's played in and owned and been amazing at. Like we talk about resume with Tom Hanks, right? Like the resume on Leo is just ridiculous.
Well, he's far above.
Other than his shittiest movie of all time, which was Titanic, but everything after that was fantastic.
Titanic's most overrated movie ever fucking made. Sorry, Whiskey Man. I didn't mean to cut you off if you were going to talk.
No, you're good.
The one I've seen who I think is probably the best I've ever seen is Daniel Day-Lewis. I've never seen a person fall into a role. I'm not saying. I mean, the guy is just fucking incredible. He doesn't make the most popular movies by choice, but when I saw him in like Gangs in New York, the guy fit in.
Yes.
You go way back. My Left Foot. He was Lincoln. He was in what's the movie with the oil movie? There Will Be Blood. The guy just falls into these roles and he becomes the people. I've never seen anything like it. He loses himself. I think he's the best as far as a craft actor I've ever seen. My favorite, we all know who my favorite actor is going to be. I'm going to say it. Can anybody guess? Anybody want to take a guess who my favorite actor is?
Ryan Reynolds.
De Niro or Pacino?
Al Pacino.
Yeah. I was going to say it's only two options. It's Al Pacino.
It's either De Niro or Pacino, and I'm going to say Pacino.
I lost a little respect for De Niro lately because he's a fucking retard. But Pacino, to me, is the absolute epitome of fucking great acting. He's my favorite actor. But anyway, yeah, I have to go with Day-Lewis, though, as far as the best I've ever seen.
if we're going favorite actors, like
favorite.
I will go see a movie because of it's Tom Cruise for me.
Okay.
I love all the Mission Impossibles. I love Top Gun. I loved Few Good Men. I mean, I just like all the movies that he's in.
Yeah. Well, he's
and
one of the
also
actors.
the same height.
No, I think he's a little taller than you still. Yeah, Greg's got a great one. Denzel Washington's a great. Yeah, of course.
Overrated.
Guys,
Do you
he's
think
not
Denzel's
overrated.
overrated?
Overrated.
Denzel Washington is not.
Take Training Day away from him and put him up against
Training Day away from him.
Right. Training Day is an epic movie, one of the best movies of all time. He was fantastic in that movie. I'll never take that away from him. But if you take Training Day away from Denzel, tell me what you got. Crimson Tide.
Okay, he was in the Hurricane.
John Q.
Fantastic. John Q. wasn't a good
Remember the
movie.
Titans?
Remember the Titans was a great
Damn it!
movie.
I just lost that one.
No, Denzel's on the Mount.
He was
Denzel
in
is
a
on the
lot of
Mount
stuff,
Rushmore
dude.
of great actors.
You think Denzel's on the mount?
American
I
Gangster,
think
Manchurian Candidate.
Oh my god. Okay, Manchurian Candidate and American Gangster, both trash movies. Both trash.
I like. Well, Cassie's right. Cassie said De Niro. Hey, listen, I think De Niro's probably more talented than Pacino overall. I just can't stand the guy's politics. But yes, De Niro is amazing. Who else do we got here? Favorite actor of all time, James Cagney. I mean, you're going old school, Humphrey Bogart. This is going way back. But yes, those are considered some of the best.
There it is. Man on Fire from Cassie.
Man on Fire. Oh, Man on Fire is one of my favorites.
Wait,
First of all,
you liked it?
It was one of his best movies.
Are you one of his best movies? Still doesn't make it a good movie.
Robin Williams was a talented actor.
Tim,
Yes,
I'm going to ask you something right now,
Yes.
and you better
I like Frankie's comment.
do a freaking soul search. Who's the better actor? Freaking Denzel Washington or Jamie Foxx?
You say Jamie Foxx. I'm gonna
Are we going? What's the more entertaining actor, or who's the better?
Just
actor?
overall craft
Who is
actor.
the better actor?
Denzel.
Okay, good answer.
Denzel Washington.
I think Jamie Foxx is more talented because he could do a lot more things that Denzel can't do, and I think Jamie Foxx's movies are more entertaining than Denzel is. I will say I do thoroughly enjoy The Equalizer with Denzel. Those are both of them.
Yeah,
really
he's not really there to act in those movies. That's just more of him filling a role. But I mean, let's go. Let's see what Denzel Washington's been in. Okay, let's see. Equalizer, Flight. The movie Flight wasn't bad.
It was horrible.
Book of Eli was okay.
Book of Eli was pretty good. I liked it.
Pretty good.
I didn't like it.
Let's see what's going on.
I knew he was. Sorry, I knew he was ruining the spoiler alert for everybody. I knew that he was blind 45 seconds into the movie.
John Turturro was a good actor. Who does Cassie say? One of his. De Niro is a douchebag. One of his best. What is Cassie talking about here? I missed. Oh, Man on Fire. Yeah, he was great.
Man on Fire.
The ending of that movie is good.
What about Courage Under Fire? He was excellent in that movie.
Excellent movie.
It wasn't about him.
Yeah, but he's a major player in the movie.
Antoine Fisher. Anybody see Antoine Fisher?
No,
I did not. No. But like, who's the woman? Meg Ryan is better than Denzel Washington in Courage Under Fire.
You shut your fucking mouth, dude. Meg Ryan is one of the worst actresses.
Agreed, but she's better than Denzel in that movie.
I got a shout out for.
What about Glory?
He was great in Glory.
I thought the movie was average, and I thought he was below average.
All right. So, I got Anthony Hopkins and Dustin Hoffman as mentions, which, yes, I would give Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman's one of the fucking Rain Man alone.
Rain Man alone.
That was one of the best.
Yeah, I got to remember.
Best, like,
Hoffman goes back before our time, but he was great in a lot of stuff. He's not, I mean, these guys are older. They're not making movies now. Anthony Hopkins I love Anthony.
Anthony Hopkins is fantastic.
Bone Collector was a good movie, Cassie. Yes.
That is a good movie. I like that.
That was one movie I liked, Angelina Jolie. That was when Angelina Jolie was actually like attractive.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Of that movie.
It's pretty good.
It's on HBO. Watch it.
Look at my babe coming in with these clutch movies.
Cassie's just fire right now.
Is she at the house or is she at work just flaming it from the phone?
No, she's supporting her man. She's supporting her man. That's what she's doing.
That's right.
Notice how my wife has never jumped in this chat. No.
Well, after what I said,
dude, get that knife edge.
Are you kidding me? She makes more money than me. She can sharpen her knife edge.
Cassie
what
makes
is
more
Greg-
than I do.
What is Greg talking about here? Spike Lee film. Tim Fences. Denzel Washington, Glory Train. Yeah, no, you're right. Fences, it was good. You got to remember. No, I think Denzel Washington's a great actor, but that's just me. What do I know? Nothing. Okay. Let's go with this. Okay. I don't agree with you with this. This is one Tim, and I don't agree with.
Oh, is this one of mine?
I think the guy he's referring to here hasn't made good movies in a while, but he's a much better actor than this guy. What the fuck, Tim? So he's saying Gerard Butler is a better actor than Russell Crowe.
Facts, and I'm gonna die on that hill.
I think
what has Russell Crowe done? What has he done? Gladiator. The end. Move on. Law-abiding citizen is better movie than Gladiator.
No, it's not.
It is.
I like Law. I think Gerard Butler is what he is. He's an action star when he does good action movies. I think Russell Crowe can be when he acts a great actor.
What movies he ever acted great in?
Okay, so Gladiator wasn't really. I think Gladiator he was okay, and I wouldn't put him like in that movie. But
are you not entertained?
Okay,
I'm not talking. He was good.
Who? Okay, say it again. Gerard Butler is a better actor.
Is a better actor than Russell Crowe.
Interesting.
No,
because this is my thing. This is my thing. Russell Crowe is a bigger name, probably, right?
Yes.
But he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic in Gladiator. Gerard Butler crushes him in 300. And in my opinion, beats him out in Law-Abiding Citizen. Like, he already has two of them for epic, like, positions, right?
LA Confidential, he was great in. Mystery Alaska was not really active for
Mystery Alaska was actually pretty good.
Beautiful Mind. He was in a movie with Pacino nobody saw. It was called The Insider. He was fucking amazing. He got nominated for an award for that movie. If you've never seen the movie The Insider, great movie. He was in Man of Steel.
Mind's a good movie.
Beautiful Mind. I didn't love the Beautiful Mind movie. He was great. I can't see Gerard Butler playing that role in A Beautiful Mind. That's why I don't think he's a great actor. He's a good action star. To me, Gerard Butler is what he is. And I like Gerard Butler. Another movie he was good in, Russell Crowe, which didn't get any recognition, which is complete fucking travesty, is Cinderella Man. I think Cinderella Man is a great movie that got no traction. It's about a 310 to Yuma. He was a great villain in 310 to Yuma. Fantastic. And I think American Gangster, he was phenomenal.
Best Gerard Butler movie, Jamie, is 300.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think I agree with Tim.
Come on this hill. Come on and die on this hill with me.
Like Cassie brings up a good point. Like Gerard Butler, he's in a bunch of comedies that are actually pretty good. We've seen most of them. Like,
right.
What is that one where he's the White House one where he's Secret Service?
Oh, that was a good action movie.
White House.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah,
like that's a good.
movie.
He was very good. I didn't like the second or third one, but like he was very good in the first one.
Yeah, Jamie, the best Gerard Butler movie is definitely 300.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a gap there.
Listen, I like Gerard Butler, but I something falls short with me with him. I don't think he just can't. To me, he's just not that guy who's like, oh, I gotta go see it. I like Gerard Butler though, and he makes good movies. I don't know. That's a tough one, but I think as far as if we're talking about what we like as movies or what the range as an actor, to me, Russell Crowe's got so much more range than Gerard Butler, 100 times more range.
But my question would be like, where did he show it off? Like,
dude, I just named like 5 movies,
and like I agree with Tim. Like, and even Cassie said he's like Gerard Butler is more versatile. He can be in a comedy, he can be in an action movie, he can be in a rom-com. It's I kind of
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in good movies. He's not a bad actor. Like Russell Crowe's not a bad actor. He's in good movies. He plays a good role. But like Gerard Butler's done the action hero. He's done the epic 300. Right. He's done the Mastermind and the one with Jamie Foxx that we were just talking about.
Law-Abiding Citizen.
Law-Abiding Citizen. Yeah, like he had the rom-coms with what's her name, Katherine Heigl in it, right? Like he has a variety of movies. You can't say he's not versatile because he's more versatile than most of the actors out there.
So I'm trying to think because
Sorry, you can come out. You can come on this hill with us. We're already here.
I like Gerard Butler a lot. I think he's just but to me, his rom-coms I don't think his rom-coms are that great. There's a few that I liked.
Then name
that I thought
one
were
Russell
bad.
Crowe rom-com that you liked. I'll wait. We'll wait right here.
I don't even know if he's ever made. He's made a comedy
Hey,
with
thank
Ryan
you.
Gosling called The Nice Guys, which was a very funny movie. It was a dark comedy. I think
Sounds
as far
horrible.
as if you're doing an
A
acting,
liability at corner.
here's
with
my
Russell
point.
Crowe? God.
Here's the only thing. If you're going by acting, yeah, maybe you want to do the range. Maybe Russell Crowe just doesn't like to do rom-coms. I don't know. Maybe he has. I just don't know.
Hold on,
'Cause the guy's
let me
made a
ask
million
this. If you're going to defend Russell Crowe, what is his best performance as an actor?
I got two. So I got Beautiful Mind. I probably think is one of his
Okay.
best acted movies. And I think, again, a movie nobody saw that they should have was The Insider with Al Pacino. He played a fucking true story about a CEO in the tobacco industry that broke the whole story about what they were putting into the cigarettes. Great movie. Great acting. He got nominated for Best Actor for that movie. Gerard Butler ever get nominated for a movie? Did Gerard Butler ever get nominated for any acting movie he's ever in?
Oh, so now we're going to base
I'm not
it off
saying
of
that's
the Academy?
No.
Is that
I'm
what
not
we're doing
saying
now?
that's the
Is that what
basis.
we're doing right now? We're basing
No,
off
but
talent based off of what the Academy says is talent?
Well, because there's the thing of what you like, and then what. No, I'm not saying the Academy's trash. Like they vote people,
Right.
they actually give awards to people that are just don't deserve it.
I
Denzel
would
Washington
say-
got passed over a million times. He should have.
I'm going to say this. You take your two movies, and I'll take 300 and Law Abiding
love
Citizen.
I love
And
300.
you tell me who's a better actor from just those two movies for each person.
Russell Crowe.
I can't with him.
I don't think
Law
Law
you're gonna have
Abiding
to take him out.
Citizen-
Just take him out.
here's the thing.
Just leave him in the desert.
No,
We can't
this
deal
is-
with this anymore.
This is why we do this show. I like Law Abiding Citizen. I don't think it was. I thought Jamie Foxx was terrible in that movie, and I thought the movie went in an area where they could have. It started off great. Law Abiding Citizen started off great. You felt for this dude. I love the revenge factor, but what it didn't do for me, like Man on Fire did with the revenge thing, it just veered off into this weird. It just the plot just fell apart for me. It was stupid at the end. I wanted him to get away with it, but it's just weird. I don't know. He's coming out with fucking masks on and the things, and it just didn't drive it home for me. But I do like Gerard. I mean, 300 is my favorite movie of his. I think that's all.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
It's a great movie.
Den of Thieves.
It was okay.
Get out.
It was okay.
I
It was a
can't.
decent movie.
It was,
I can't.
you see, this is you're missed. I actually do like Gerard Butler. So I'm not saying I dislike him. I like his movies for the most part. If I'm just talking about pure acting skill, no, I don't think it's close. I think Russell Crowe, but Russell Crowe is kind of like he's a fat guy now making movies in Thor. Like his career is basically at the end. Like he's just an older school, but yeah, LA Confidential was a great movie.
I'm like scrolling through the movies that Gerard Butler has been in, and I didn't realize how
He's been in
many
a lot
of movies that I'm like, oh yeah, he's in that. Oh yeah, he's in that.
Yeah, but just because you make a lot of movies doesn't mean you're a good actor.
Yeah, he's a better actor than Russell Crowe.
Robert De Niro makes like 180 movies a year, and he's a great actor, but not anymore. But anyway, what do I know? What do I know? You like Greatest Showman? You think I'm going to take you seriously?
I
mean,
keep
just for
my
the record,
receipts.
This is the
This is
first
why
time
we
I've
love-
agreed with Tim on a movie.
No, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. I hate you.
I
both
have
now, but that's okay.
I have some hot takes. I have hot takes. I did a
I
lot of
know.
research into this.
Well, I love doing these shows.
Wait, did you agree with me that Jamie Foxx is better than Will Smith?
Yes.
Oh, there's two of them.
Yeah. So that's
I
two.
don't think I commented on that. I'll probably say he's overall probably better. I still hate
I'd
Jamie
say
Foxx.
overall, yes. But I will say
I don't like. It's because I don't
in
like Will
movies,
Smith.
Will Smith is good.
Because I think Will Smith is overrated anyway. So sure. What else do we got here?
Greg, do my number 5.
All right, this is going to be interesting because people who actually know this guy, I think he's made a couple of good movies. One was a surprise hit, and one was okay. M. Night Shyamalan has yet to make a good movie. Okay, I have a big problem with M. Night Shyamalan. And again, I thought that the Sixth Sense. I know. WhiskeyBanger is going to go with this. The ending was the whole movie. He's not wrong. I think overall it was a solid movie. It was suspenseful. It's probably his best movie because it was his first movie. His ego didn't explode yet because.
Are you telling me that it was better than The Village?
Oh God. Okay, I think his second best movie was probably. I have a problem with this.
If you
Unbreakable.
say The Village. Okay, Unbreakable.
I think Unbreakable was the second best. I have a big problem with Signs, and I have a big problem with
horrible.
everything else after that.
Horrible.
Except No, I'll tell you where he's good though. He's good. He's where he's talented is in Signs. I didn't love the plot, but and I will get into that. And Whiskey Banger knows why I have an issue with Signs. There's a lot of plot holes in that movie, depending on how you look at it. I think he builds suspense great. He's good at you don't know what's coming from around the corner. He's not going to show you the monster or villain, but the suspense. The lady in the water was
trash.
But he's like in Signs, you didn't know where the aliens were. You heard them. He's good at building that suspense, that mystery. Split was a good movie. Split was a surprise. It was actually a comeback movie for him. I agree with Cassie. And Unbreakable, I liked. I think Signs, everybody thinks that's his best movie. I totally disagree. But I think, I think he's extremely overrated as a director and a filmmaker. I think he's got talent, but something's missing.
I want you to defend 3 movies for me, okay?
Defend 3 movies or just defend 3 movies?
Defend 3 movies from M. Night Shyamalan. Old, Glass, and The Village. Trash. I want you to defend those. I can't. Like, there's like no coming back from the depths of how shitty those 3 movies are.
I think the problem with him is I don't know why he keeps getting movies. I think there's talent there. I just think, I don't know if it's an ego thing or I think after The Sixth Sense, it was bad for him. Instead of being a good thing for his career, it ended up being bad.
Do you know what I just realized is his best movie ever? Stuart Little.
He made Stuart Little?
Yeah.
That's about where his speed. So I don't know where Whiskey Banger. I don't know where Whiskey Banger falls on there. I think Sixth Sense is his best movie. I think Unbreakable. I think he's overrated though.
Highly overrated.
I have mixed feelings because there's certain movies that he's made where I loved where the movie was going, and then where it ended up going is a freaking train wreck.
Like where?
For example, The Village, terrible movie. But
terrible.
If you take the original just idea of there's a blind girl running through the woods trying to find this magical herb that's going to freaking save someone in the village, and there's some monsters out there, and she doesn't know what they are.
Brilliant.
It's actually really interesting, very intriguing.
Yeah.
And then the final plot twist at the very end was very good, but like the whole movie was garbage.
It lost me. I think Tanner, the Whiskey Banger's got a great point. I think, like I said, he has good ideas. He tries to just try to be a little too clever.
He's too smart for his own good.
I think after Unbreakable, because Unbreakable had such an amazing ending, he tried to recreate that. And how do you recreate that? Because it might be one of the best plot twists in movie history. One of them. And that's hard to come back from.
It's weird. Like Cassie said, Split, Unbreakable. I like both of those movies. I think they're pretty good. I think The Sixth Sense is good when you watch it once. After you've seen it, there's no point in watching it again. And again, it's just he has like these good, like me personally, I don't hate Signs. There's aspects to the movie that I find interesting.
I agree.
There's like Greg, like you were saying about how he does a really good job of like building the suspense. It's kind of creepy. You haven't really seen the alien yet. But again, it kind of just falls short. It's like once you see the alien at the end of the movie and it's standing there like, putting the smoke all over the kid, it's like, okay, this is just dumb. It went from being super creepy.
And then the reason Kimmy hey Kimmy, welcome. Spencer Tracy and Discord trying to keep it straight from all the crazy. Yeah. The Signs movie lost it for me when I found out the plot. Now, there's theories, but I think Shyamalan had us stuck to the plot. I love the theory because the theory changes the whole plot for me. What I don't like is that he said that's not true.
Yes.
So you're telling me that aliens can travel galaxies in the spaceships that are hidden from everybody, but they can't open a door in a basement to get to the people that they're trying to kill, and they're afraid of water. So they come to a planet that's over 70% water. Huh. So...
But if you take into the
conspiracy, say no, that's good.
If you go with the alternate theory that the aliens are not aliens and that they're actually demons, it actually makes a pretty cool. It actually makes a pretty cool, storyline. Like, okay, that's interesting.
Because the holy water, the water is supposed to be
the water is actually holy, and it's been blessed by the priest. interesting. That would actually be
I
an
agree with
interesting take
you.
on it.
I agree with you, and I think that premise would have been much better actually as a movie. But this whole theory that they're aliens and then like they're ready to take over the planet and water kills them. What the fuck was that whole movie about then?
Jesus.
Well, it's weird to me because like in the beginning part of the movie, the whole thing is like the priest's wife dies, and he's losing his faith. But then these aliens just happen to show up. So again, it comes back to why wouldn't you go with the theory of it actually being demons trying to,
Stick with that.
Satan trying to freaking get him to turn to the dark side or whatever. I don't know.
Well, because then
I kind of agree with Tim. It's his movies are disappointing.
Still waiting for his first good movie.
But Cassie's right. Like Split was okay.
I like Unbreakable.
I liked Unbreakable.
I didn't say okay movies. I said I'm still waiting for his first good movie.
No, I think Sixth Sense was good. I think Unbreakable was good till the end. I didn't like the ending of Unbreakable. I thought it was a little too on the nose. You kind of saw that coming a mile away. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking questions here. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? We're going okay.
Hey,
so yeah.
Do not forget that thing I sent you that's going to set Tanner off on a rant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
I'm so sorry, Tanner. I'm so sorry.
That's going to be funny. We'll get into that here soon because Tanner's going to need an hour to fucking try to find somebody to choke about that. Okay, well, here's one. Okay, so when you initially see a movie, want to see a movie, do you usually pick the movie you want to watch? Is it by director, actor? Does it have to be specific, or is it more of just, this looks interesting? Does a trailer really sell a movie, or it could also ruin a movie too?
For me, okay, so if there is a certain director or a certain actor, I will go see that movie. Now, if it's someone that I'm not really familiar with, or someone I don't necessarily know that well, as far as like an actor or director, I'll see what the trailer looks like. I'll do a little read up on it, see what it's about, and then I'll go see it. But for the most part, it's. I mean, I'm very. I don't want to say I'm a movie snob, but I kind of am. Like, there's certain people that you are not a good actor. I'm not going to watch your crap.
It's going to turn you off immediately.
Yeah, it's going to like for example, going back to Nicolas Cage. When what the hell's that movie called, Tim? Where he's like Indiana Jones.
Oh, National Treasure.
Yeah, so like when that movie first came out, I was like, I'm not going to watch that. Screw that. I hate Nicolas Cage. But then one day it was just on, whatever, Netflix or something, and I just happened to watch it, and I was like, you know what, this actually isn't that bad. But it wasn't because of him.
It's a good story.
Acting. Yeah, it was just a good, fun movie to watch. Like,
yeah.
So for me, it really comes down to like anything Christopher Nolan, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, immediately.
Anything Ridley Scott, I'm going to watch it. James Cameron.
I'm like that with Scorsese too, pretty much. Anything he's making, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, see, I think you guys go a little too. You guys go a little too deep. For me, it's you guys will have to tell me, oh, hey, this is a Christopher Nolan film. You should go watch it, and then I'll go watch it. Right? For me, it's actor first. Like, who's the actor that's in it? Like, if it's Tom Cruise, you've piqued my interest. Does not mean I'm going to go see it, right? But
you'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, I'm now interested and might look into it. You have Leo DiCaprio in it. I'm probably gonna like watch that movie, right? But I don't know a lot of actors, right? Like especially the new up and comers. Like, so it doesn't really draw me into it. I don't watch trailers because I feel like it sets the wrong expectations.
Well, they give away a lot,
and I've been burned recently with them, so I've stopped watching trailers.
Yeah, I agree. I don't blame you there.
So for me to go to a movie. Right, like actually go to the movie theater to go watch the movie. It's got to have a key actor for me, or it's got to be on a subject of something that like blows my mind, like amazing. Like, oh, I'm really into that. It's a hobby of mine, or like something military. Sure. I'll probably go see.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I guess it's different now for me. When I was maybe years ago, it used to be about actor. Now it's just about. Yeah, now for me, it's about what the movie's about. For me, I can pick an actor But this new generation, it's all about characters. That's what really drives movies now. It's not even the actors. It's what comic book character. What is it about? It's changed so much the industry because it's not really about the actors anymore. It's just about who's playing this character in this genre of a comic book movie, and you're like, okay, so you go see the character now instead of the actor. It's really weird. Hollywood's gotten so fucking weird.
For Greg in the chat. Sorry, for Greg in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, Robert Redford.
Ooh, that's
a good
actually
one.
my answer too. Yeah, for Greg in the chat, for old school actors, I think Robert Redford is an amazing actor.
And I like to call him the OG Clint Eastwood because I don't believe Scott Eastwood is not a clone of Clint Eastwood. You cannot sell me on that. That is a clone of the man.
What's your favorite old movie?
My favorite old movie.
Natural is a great movie. Yes.
What's
That's not
considered
old.
old?
I mean, like I'm talking about way before our time. Like we're
Are
going
we talking
back
like black
to,
and white, or like
you can go
1990s?
say anywhere from like maybe the 50s all the way through the 70s. You can go there.
Okay.
I know what mine is. Like if we're going older, my daughter used to drag me to the Marvel movies. Well, they used to be good, Kimmy, but not anymore. But I'm sorry if you didn't like them. I'll do mine's 12 Angry Men.
That's a great.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great movie.
It's one of my. I watch that when it's on. I own the movie. It's fantastic. That's mine.
This has Nicholson in it, and I think it's too new. But The Shining, does that count?
That's kind of old school.
It's old.
It's in the 70s.
That's old enough.
It's good. It's a great movie.
I will say that I don't like horror movies, and I don't like scary movies in general. It's just not something I am into. That's the one scary movie that I'll watch, and the book is amazing.
Book is crazy.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Oh,
I think
the book is definitely better than the movie.
you know what? Yes, I think the book is great, but if they would have tried to take some of the stuff from the book into the movie, Kubrick knew this, that it would have ruined the movie. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
Weren't there like bushes talking in the book and like weird shit happening? Like some things just need to be in a book, they're not in the movie.
I will say the adaptation was very, very good, but the book itself, if you have never read the book, go read the book, even if you've seen the movie.
And a trivia fact, Stephen King also wrote The Shawshank Redemption and Green Mile, by the way.
I didn't know that.
Two amazing movies.
Green Mile does not get enough pub.
Green Mile, you know why? Green Mile was fucking, the last 10 minutes of that movie were devastating for people. So it's a very dark, depressing movie if you really think about it. Shawshank had a happy ending, at least kind of. Green Mile was brutal. Great movie, though. All right, so, I mean, yeah, that's good. Yeah, the horror movie genre is one it depends on what kind of, I'm not into the super slashy, gory, cut them up bloody horror movies, but I like suspenseful horror movies. I like the old school movies, Halloween, Friday the 13th, like those kinds. Even
never watched them.
What's the movie? The one with Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I don't know, man. I have really mixed feelings on like horror movies because like the super gory slasher movies are like, I mean, yeah, if it's Halloween, of course I'm gonna watch it.
Sure, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, but like I prefer very suspenseful movies. Like, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really consider it a horror movie. I mean, maybe it is, but like something like Hostel, right?
That's considered a horror movie.
Yeah, I would consider it also to be, but it's not like a slasher, you know.
Right.
Yeah, like
I get what you're saying.
That's why I like it. Jamie's bringing up the Saw friend. I hated every Saw movie. I liked the first Saw movie because the Saw movie had that kind of suspense. Like there was a point to the movie, and then after that, it got into this weird caricature of itself. It's just this weird fucking doll running around chopping. It just got really weird. But I get around Halloween time, sure. The newest one that my kid keeps wanting me to bring up is Black Phone was pretty good. That's one of those suspenseful. Is Ethan Hawke? It was really good. Suspenseful kind of kidnapping. Kind of how do I get out of this movie? A little creepy. It was good. So horror genre was not my favorite, but I do like the old school movies.
Also, it's not old school, but it's got an old school plot and theme and execution to it. If you've never seen The Castle with Robert Redford.
Yeah, James Gandolfini.
Yes.
Good movie.
Yes, that movie is so good. And it's underrated.
It's a good movie. That was a good suspense. It was good, well acted.
Yep.
Um,
But it's the old school plot of a movie. That's from
Yeah.
like the 60s, 70s. The way that they lay that movie out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite movies.
it was a good movie. Yeah, a military prison movie. It's like he was a general, wasn't he? And he got
Yes.
good
And
movie.
then he like messed up and they put him in the military prison.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Solid movie.
Gandolfini was fantastic in that
Yeah,
movie.
he was a good actor. He was really good. He was really popular at that time because of The Sopranos too. So
yeah.
I
I just remember that it was it was a good movie. It was just straight to DVD.
It was one of the
Or
movies you
straight to
watched.
VHS.
Yeah, it was just an entertaining movie. I agree there. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is tough. There's so many questions. Like, there's so many genres of movies and things, and you can go best directors. We can go best. This is crazy. Did you know, by the way, in speaking of movies that won Best Picture that shouldn't have, Stigmata. I actually liked Stigmata, Cassie. Believe it or not, that movie creeped me out.
I like any movie like that has like
That religious
possession.
undertone. Yeah.
Yeah, like
See, that shit creeps me out, man.
like Exorcism of Emily Rose or The Exorcist.
creepy
ass movie.
Do you know the movie Priest with the guy that played Vision?
The Exorcist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't watch it. Like maybe it's because I was
Creepy,
raised so hardcore Catholic. I can't do any religious movies.
It
It
scares the
just
shit out of
freaks me. The
Exorcist gave me
Jesus out of
nightmares as a kid. Because that was based on a true story too. Here's a movie that won Best Picture that shouldn't have. Well, I'm going to be very biased on this one, but Dances with Wolves in 1990 beat out Goodfellas.
That's a travesty.
I've never seen either one.
Okay, you need to see Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is
Dances
a great
with
movie.
Wolves is a total waste.
It was
of time.
okay. It was okay.
Who was in that?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Oh God Almighty, that's gonna be horrible.
Wait,
God.
Jamie brings up what's the best love story movie that wasn't corny? That's a tough one. Like, what's a good? So it's like a romantic comedy or is it going to be like a drama?
I'm going to contradict myself with my answer.
You should.
Okay.
Yeah.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend is not a love story.
It's a love story about a man and with his love for his species or whatever you want to call it.
No, she's talking about like a love story.
Don't ruin this for me. Let me have this one.
I Am Legend's like an action. It's like an action suspense movie. What the? Is
Let me
love
have
with
this
his
one.
species? His species is dead.
Just let me have this.
Oh, you can have it. You're fucking crazy. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Best love story.
Love story movie that
Princess Bride.
Oh,
Princess Bride.
that's the winner. That's the winner.
Weather
That's
and Heights.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
That's a great movie.
Princess Bride is a fantastic movie.
Now, I mean, she could, Jamie could say that it's a corny movie because it is kind of a goofy movie, but
No, it's not. Not at
I
all.
love
Not in the
that
least
movie.
bit. That is
Great
a
movie. It's a
fantastic movie.
best comedy. She's like, oh my god, what's the best comedy of all?
What kind of comedy are we trying to do? Like smart comedy, or are we trying to do like Dumb and Dumber comedy?
Dumb and Dumber's a good one.
I fucking love Dumb and Dumber.
I love.
I don't know. Like
Dumb and
I did.
Dumber
That's
and
a
Ace
tough
Ventura
one.
are like two of the funniest movies.
They're great.
Yes. The second one, I like what Nature Calls better than the original.
And Greg just throwing out
I think
freaking movies
Cassie
like
did too.
I think for me, Caddyshack.
Oh,
I love
that's
Ronnie.
fantastic.
I love Ronnie Dangerfield. I love Chevy. To me, that movie makes me laugh out loud. As far as movies,
If you go
there's so
pure
many.
comedy movies, Tommy Boy, love
that
it.
one was great. Airplane.
Love
I gotta tell you, Airplane was a great parody movie. It's a fucking great movie. Somebody brought up. Tim, you are fucking crazy.
What am I crazy about now?
Sorry, I was choking on my laughter.
What am I crazy about?
Yeah, somebody said I'm crazy about saying it. No, Airplane was a great movie. It's one of my favorite parody movies of all time. What's up, Mike D? Glad you can join. This is again, these genres are so tough because you're asking. I don't know. Like we did best dramas earlier. Best comedies are tough.
Oh, Jamie's saying the original Ace Ventura is better than the second one.
Yes.
I'm not saying the first one was bad. It is very good, but I preferred the second one. I thought there was better lines for
You
it.
just like when he's coming out of the rhino's ass. That's what you like.
Bro, I will tell you that is still one of the funniest scenes of my life. Like if that comes on, I'm laughing until I cry watching that scene. Or the one where he's got the freaking spears in his leg. Ah, ah, it's in the bone. Oh my god, I will die crying laughing at that stuff. Oh man,
God, there's something.
Jim
so
Carrey is so funny. Even in I would say his worst movie was The Cable Guy, and they're still funny.
I actually like The Cable
scenes
Guy.
in that.
Unpopular opinion, I actually like The Cable Guy a lot.
His worst movie is what, 23? The number 20.
Oh, the number 20.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Cassie, we can't be friends anymore, Cassie.
See,
Just kidding. I love you. I love you, Cassie.
Cassie's right. Let's just band together. We'll be better than everyone else, Cassie. The second one is better.
Halloween is my favorite. Mike. Oh yeah, Greg in the chat. Halloween's his favorite movie of all time. He watches it like every day. It worries me a little bit actually.
I have never seen it.
Going back to horror movies real quick. It's hard for me because to me the best quote unquote scary movies are like Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Fuck that. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Fuck that. Nope.
No, that's
Clockwork Orange.
That's not freaking.
I don't care.
Those aren't horror movie. Oh, look at Mike D coming in. Best sequel, Terminator 2. Oh god, whiskey. Calm down. No, okay. I prefer the original. If you want to say the second, I don't even know if I can say the second one was a better. I gotta tell you, I know it's more popular. Oh, that's a tough one. I like the first one because it had more of the horror aspect in the first Terminator movie. When is a sequel better than the? Oh, well, we can get into that now. To me, it's.
I have a very unpopular opinion with mine, so I'll wait.
When is a sequel better than the original? Go ahead, you guys go.
For Mike D.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't disagree with Terminator 2 being the best sequel. Now, to answer Jamie, Blade Runner 2049 is better than Blade Runner.
I think it's better than the first one. Yes.
But I don't think Terminator 2 is better than the first Terminator.
I got to shout out everybody for The Big Lebowski is one of the best comedies. Everybody see The Big Lebowski?
That's a good one.
It's a good movie.
I like The Big Lebowski.
Airplane 2 was the worst sequel ever. God, sequel movies better. I don't know, man.
Do you want me to give you mine? That's gonna piss off Whiskey Banger.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Boondock Saints 2.
Oh, shut the fuck.
Boondock Saints 2?
Oh my god.
In my opinion,
yes, Kat,
I think the second one's better than the first. Not that the first one's bad. The second one's better.
This is how fucked up. I didn't even know there was a second Boondock Saints because the first. I really don't. I honestly don't know that. I didn't know that there was a second Boondock Saints movie.
This is why I get mad.
It's very good.
This is why I get mad because I asked him about.
Can I explain it though?
Yes.
Say what could you explain?
Okay, so Boondock Saints, the first one, fantastic movie. Right? Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty good.
There are parts of it that are really, really slow, drag out a little bit, and are kind of just hard to get through. In Boondock Saints 2, they took that out. They just took what was really good about Boondock Saints and made it into a second movie.
No.
That's why.
Hey, you can have your opinion. I mean, you're wrong, but you can have your opinion. 2 is better than 1. Sorry, babe. I love you. Oh, Cassie, we're not all perfect. No, she's talking about Ace Ventura.
No, she's talking about Boondock Saints right now.
No, she doesn't even know what the fuck Boondock is. Nobody knows who Boondock Saints
Ace Ventura movies. I like both of them for different reasons.
I do. Exactly. I think the first one's a comedy classic. The second one's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but what do you want me to say? I don't think it holds up to the first one by any. No, but. Oh, you're married to Tanner. I forgot. I'm married to Tanner, not Cassie. No. Sequels better than. Hey, I don't know. That's a tough question. I'm trying to think of sequels. I mean, sequels. God, that is hard.
You can say
Okay, here you
Godfather
go.
2.
I wouldn't argue with that. I would say you could be right. I love the first movie, but the second one is fucking great. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Empire Strikes Back is better than the first Star Wars movie.
That's a perfect one. Empire's way better.
I mean, Empire was one of the best movies
Way
ever
better.
made. Jamie likes The Godfather 2 better. I like
I'm shaking my head because I've seen neither one of them, so
Dude,
I have no idea.
something on this list that Whiskey Banger is going to think is controversial, but I think he might understand why. People think The Dark Knight's better than Batman Begins.
ugh.
Like if you're going in the scheme of
Wow.
oh, by the way,
There's no way that it's
hold
better.
on. Whiskey Banger, I was watching something on YouTube the other day. It was a movie buff guy, part of the Geeks and Gamers crew, and he actually said Dark Knight's a good movie, but if Heath Ledger did not pass away, it wouldn't be as revered as it is.
That's an interesting
Like
take.
he was fantastic, right? He said one of the best acted roles he's ever seen in his life, right? He loves movies. He studies this stuff. But he says if Heath Ledger did not die, the movie wouldn't have been as good as it was. It wouldn't have been as put on the pedestal that it is if Heath Ledger stayed alive. Meaning it wasn't as good as everybody thought it was, but he made it better than it was supposed to be.
So I will say that. Well, okay. First off, Tim, Batman Begins is way better than Dark Knight as a movie as a whole.
And we're not saying The Dark Knight's a bad movie,
No, Dark Knight's a
but
great movie.
Batman Begins is to me is a better movie. You know, Godfather 1 is better than The Godfather 2, Jamie. But I love 2. They're like neck and neck. Sorry, go ahead, Tanner.
It's an interesting point, though. What he's saying is, if Heath Ledger didn't pass away and it became this
Just
kind
another
of like,
movie.
oh, it was such an iconic role. He passed away too soon. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Interesting take because I could see that. Like, yes, him as the Joker was incredible. I mean, just the acting.
He was
alone, his role in that movie made that movie as good as it is.
I agree.
You take him out of that movie,
It's probably
it's
just
not that great of a movie.
it's an okay movie.
Like, it's an okay movie.
Heath Ledger did make it better. Yeah, Meet the Fockers over Meet the Parents. Okay.
I agree with that.
I like both. I like both the first two.
They're
are my
both
favorite.
trash.
Jesus Christ.
They're both trash.
All right, here's one. This is a controversial one. Aliens is better than Alien.
Absolutely not.
I see where people make the argument.
Didn't see either.
Aliens was the typical. Aliens is exactly what Cameron did with Terminator. Well, he didn't make the first Terminator, but it's the same. People can compare it, right? Alien, I think, is the better overall movie. Aliens is the more fun movie to watch. Does that make sense? Because it's more action. It's a great movie, but I think Alien is better. Here's one that Tanner was just talking about last night. Spider-Man 2 was better than Spider-Man, where the original with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, with Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man 2 was a really good movie.
I didn't like
Yeah,
any of the
so-
Tobey Maguire.
Yes, Cassie. Yes, Cassie. Get back to Cassie's point. Yes, Heath Ledger. Well, that was the rumor that he died because he had a sleeping disorder, Heath Ledger, and during that movie, I think he overdosed on pills or some kind of
Yeah,
medication.
he was taking like a cocktail of pills.
People think it was because of the movie, but a lot of people now are saying that's not true. But who knows? Anyway, sorry, Tanner. You were saying about Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire is
Excellent movie.
better than the first one.
Oh, God,
Yes, I agree with that. So that sequel is better. Who plays Spider-Man the best? Definitely Tom
Jesus.
Holland.
I think Tom Holland's. He fits the role of Tom Holland the
He
best.
fits Peter Parker the best.
You want an unpopular opinion? I think he was not a good Spider-Man. He wasn't a good Peter Parker, but I think Andrew Garfield is the better actor out of all of them three.
Yeah, he pulled people off the top of Hacksaw Ridge.
But his Spider-Man was trash. His getting into that role. Yeah, Cassie with Heath Ledger again. That was the rumor. He went to some dark. Do you know what Heath Ledger's inspiration was for the Joker? Was he watched Clockwork Orange a lot?
Yep.
And I can see where he got that inspiration. Maybe.
That's a
I mean, that
creepy
role.
movie.
He went
I've
to.
never seen
He
it.
was a dark role for Heath Ledger. I mean, that's why. I mean, not taking away what Heath Ledger did in Dark Knight, he was phenomenal. He stole the movie. So yeah, that could be a possibility. Let's see what else. I'm trying to see what's on. Whew. This is a hard list, man. Rush Hour 2 better than Rush Hour?
No way.
No, I don't really care.
No
about
way.
I really don't care about either movie, to be honest.
Does it have to be number 2, or can it be one?
I guess it could be part of a sequel. Like I think Mission Impossible movies got better as they've gone on.
Mission Impossible 3 is better than Mission Impossible 1.
No,
I don't agree.
I don't think so because I hate J.J.
think so.
Abrams, so I'm going to be biased.
If you
God
said
damn,
if you said 4 and 5 were better than 1, I would agree with that.
I think for me it goes 3, 5, 4, 1, 2.
Well, Ghost Protocol is the best one
For sure.
Yeah,
I love the first one. I did not like
I like Ghost Protocol, like Rogue Nation.
Rogue
Nation
Nation
was
is fantastic.
the first. I did not like the second one at all. I think the second one was terrible.
I didn't like it.
Third one is what is Mission Impossible 3 called? Is it just Mission Impossible 3?
Mission Impossible 3.
I thought they were starting to get to that point where they are now. It was okay. It was better, a little better than I remember it being. I think WhiskeyBanger and I talked about that.
I think maybe I like it so much because it came off of how bad Mission Impossible 2 was.
No, Mission Impossible 2 was absolute garbage. Was Scream 1 better than the rest? Yeah, the first Scream's better than all of the Screams, of course.
Yeah, first Scream is pretty decent.
Trash.
Okay, here's one. And this is one I heard.
I hate scary movies.
I heard this conversation today, Tanner. I wanted you to get your opinion on this because I thought about this and I thought, was Batman Returns better than Batman? No, I didn't agree at first. I was like, no way. Batman set the stage. But then when I thought about it,
I'm going to say no. I think Batman 89 is better than Batman Returns.
I think it's slightly better. People love Batman Returns. What is I don't know what it is.
But I'll tell you why, though. Batman 89 is better because of Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer and the Penguin. Yeah, and they were
I
good.
I absolutely hated the Penguin.
Scream was a good movie. Scream 1 was a pretty good movie. Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Why do people love Batman Returns better than the first one? It's like a unanimous thing I've been hearing about lately.
It's a good movie. I like it, but I think the first one is very iconic.
Could we agree that Tim Burton's Gotham City is still the best Gotham City ever created?
No, not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, the Batman.
So where are we gonna go? Oh, the newest
Gotham,
one.
Yeah, the newest Batman movie. That Gotham City is like.
It was good. It was good. It followed in the trend of Burton's thing, so they're very similar in a lot of ways, but it's more modern, the newer one. But I love Burton's.
But if we took the Batman out, absolutely,
freaking, and just put that in there, best Frankenstein. Yeah. Frankenstein is the Bride of Frankenstein. Better than the original. Those are old school movies. Young Frankenstein was a great comedy. I mean.
I love Gene Wilder, dude. That guy's
dude, Young Frankenstein is one of the best movies.
Frankenstein?
Dude, watch that movie, and if you don't laugh, there's something fucking wrong with you.
I've never seen it. I've heard that it's amazing,
comedy.
though.
It's like a spoof parody off of Frankenstein. It's amazing.
Blazing
Gene
Saddles
Wilder is
one
amazing.
of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Blazing Saddles was so far ahead of its time.
Yeah.
People who, and I know a lot of people listening to this like comic book stuff. They're into the nerdy stuff. So are we, but I'm just saying. Gene Wilder's great. Yeah, he had Alzheimer's. That's
Gene Wilder was some of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Dude, the guy was a genius. Him and Richard Pryor together too back in the day were great. Charlie, no, that's Willy Wonka and the Charlie. You're thinking Willy, not Charlie.
WhiskeyBanger loves Charlie. Fucking A.
What? No, Charlie and Charlie.
You love Charlie? Yeah.
No,
that's your favorite movie of all time.
What's a good screenwriter?
I do love the original.
The original is fantastic.
So what's the best? Okay, so since we're sticking in this genre, what's the best comic book movie? It's a tough one, right? Because there's a lot.
Does it have to be a comic book?
In that genre.
Can it be a graphic novel?
Yes.
I mean, it's graphic. It's the same thing. Sure.
Because I know what his answer is going to be.
What is it?
300.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
It's got to be 300.
It's 300.
I would say, are we talking about live action?
I like Watchmen, but 300 is the best.
Watchmen. You know what the funny thing is? I like Watchmen more now than I did when I first saw it. And there's an extended version that's even better. The extended version is much better. It's a Zack Snyder movie, and I'm hit and miss with Zack Snyder. Big time hit and miss. I think that movie is underrated.
He destroyed DC.
But he ruined Man of Steel.
I hate everything he did for DC.
Yeah, he's a great action filmmaker. He's terrible at making stories. He's awful. You can't make he ruined Superman. I don't even like Superman to begin with, but he fucked him over. Man of Steel was terrible. Batman vs Superman was okay. Anyway,
That movie
See No Evil.
disappointed me so much, dude.
That BVS, that was terrible.
Because I thought it was going to be like The Dark Knight Returns.
They tried to make it,
and it was going to be epic, and it wasn't. There was
the only thing that
a few scenes.
The fight scene between them was cool. The Doomsday thing at the end was a little
stupid.
And then, whatever. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Cassie is a great movie. Old school Gene Wilder movie. Stir Crazy was great. Greg, you're right. Comic book stuff is tough because it's kind of a newer, but I don't know. That's Jesus. What do you pick?
I mean, just
it's
to
hard,
quickly
right?
answer the question.
Yeah,
the Batman is incredible.
Yeah, you like that.
I really like, as far as the Marvel movies go, freaking Winter Soldier is the best in the Marvel universe.
Winter Soldier was fantastic.
That movie was actually really good.
Yeah,
all the rest
I like
of them
the first.
Are like cheeky and jokey and stupid, and I can't.
That's Marvel.
Stand that.
Well, now they're even more. I like the first Iron. I like the first Iron Man movie.
First Iron Man was pretty good.
Pretty good. I don't think it's as good as Winter Soldier, but I do like that movie. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Yeah, Batman was good. That's a tough question, I guess, because it's such a wide genre. Wide like Tim's mouth.
It's good with cylindrical objects like burritos.
Jesus Christ. Not just burritos. Hot dogs, too.
Kielbasa.
Kielbasa. What a Filipino... What's a Filipino hot dog?
It's a sweeter version of the pork.
Why is all their stuff so sweet all the time?
It is very sweet. A lot of their sauces are very sweet.
It's a diabetes nightmare.
I mean, true.
But it does taste amazing, so I'll give it... Okay, here, let's do a cutesy. What's your favorite animated movie?
Favorite? Are we talking like...
Could be any animated
like we're talking
movie.
like Disney?
Yeah.
I mean, my
Tim's
favorite
like,
Disney movie is
Toy Story.
Stone.
Wait, what was it, Tanner?
Sword in the Stone.
Okay,
That's
old school.
Good movie.
Love.
What did you say,
that
Tim?
movie.
Tim said Toy Story. Toy Story was a
Toy
great
Story.
movie. You're gonna, that's a tough one, man.
Fucking Sword in the Stone?
That was
Dude,
a good
it's
movie.
So good.
What? When did that come out? 1822?
Yeah, like 1950 something.
1950s. It's a great movie. Those old movies were good. I don't know.
Like if you go modern, Toy Story. If you're going old school, like childhood thing, Pete's Dragon.
It's good.
I like
one.
that.
Pete's Dragon was pretty good. I thought you were going
I'll
to say
say
Bambi
this.
for a second.
I was gonna say
Unpopular
what?
opinion.
Bambi.
Oh, baby.
What were you saying, Whiskey? Sorry.
Unpopular opinion. I do not like Pixar movies.
Interesting.
I
What's a
prefer
Pixar
the
movie?
old-
Is that like Monsters Inc. and those
Yeah,
kinds
like
of
Monsters
movies?
Inc., Toy Story, pretty much any of those movies.
Wow.
The
You
Incredibles.
don't like Toy Story?
I don't.
I like Toy Story. I like Finding Nemo.
I like the old school animated Disney movies better than Pixar.
Tanner's just an old soul.
Dude, I'm like 75 in a 38-year-old dude's body.
He yells at children to get off his lawn daily.
Get off
Yeah,
my freaking lawn.
he's going to be
I
the
don't want
Clint
your-
Eastwood.
I don't want your fancy bullshit Pixar. I want old school.
He's going to be the Gran Torino guy.
1937. I am.
Yeah. Remember the
that is
Aristocrats?
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, the Aristocrats is old school. That's good though. That's good stuff. There's a lot of those older movies you don't realize, but now they're all
Minions is trash. Get out of here with that nonsense.
See, that's why Kathy's my babe.
You're-
Look at that. She loves Sword in the Stone.
The Nightmare Before
Nightmare
Christmas.
Before Christmas is an awesome.
It's a good
I
movie.
hated that movie.
It's a Tim Burton movie.
Is it because you look
I
like the
don't-
pumpkin?
I don't like Tim Burton movies. I
Is
just
it because you look like the Pumpkin King?
kind of. I was
Just kidding.
offended. I was offended back in the day.
Oh my God! Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is good. Those Tim, you don't. Well, Tim Burton didn't make the Nightmare Before; he produced it, so there's a big difference there.
It's also trash.
1970s.
You don't like Tim Burton movies, but you love Sweeney Todd.
That's a Tim Burton
It's
Explain
movie.
the one. It's the one. It's the one.
Wait,
That's
I
what?
will
Tim-
say that. I will
what-
say that I was dragged to see that movie, And I'm like, but it's Tim
Tanner's
Burton
face.
is so trash, right? And then you sit there and watched it, and I came with a filter. To use that word, I came with a filter. And then I watched it, I was like, "Dang, this is really good."
What is
really
Cassie
good.
talking about? Is Cassie talking about WhiskeyBanger watching movies with his kids?
She's talking about Tim.
Oh, well, he watches movies with.
Yeah, but when his daughter makes him watch all these movies,
yeah.
My sister-in-law is obsessed with
Tim Burton,
Nightmare Before Christmas, and Tim Burton in general. So like every Christmas, I'm just sending the kids on.
Well, no,
get out of here.
You can watch that movie from October all the way through New Year, Christmas, because
and they love it, and she does. But like, I'm just like, get on out of here.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go with an unpopular opinion. Halloween movies are better than Christmas movies. Like, I mean, just the genre. I hate Christmas movies.
What is a Halloween movie?
Like the Halloween horror
Halloween
genre. Movie. I don't know. Halloween itself, like the whole horror. I hate Christmas movies. I think Christmas movies are the worst. I mean, like
movies.
Hocus Pocus
movie would be like Michael Myers.
Yeah, that. No, I don't mean like the Halloween franchise. I mean, just the horror genre movies, like from October. If you're doing the time of year thing where it's October, December, I'd rather have
and
the
they
horror
do all the
movies.
slasher movies and stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather watch those than because Christmas movies to me are fucking unbearable. They're unbearable.
There's only like unpopular opinion, or maybe it is.
Cassie.
Cassie's talking about me.
Yeah, she's going after you. Yeah.
Kids are gonna make me watch all the Pixar movies.
You know what though? Tanner's a good dad. He'll watch the movies with his kids. He'll just knife edge them the whole time. What is this shit?
What are you talking about? This is exactly. I will do the replay of Tanner watching it. Oh yeah, let's turn that on right there. Yeah, we're in the third quarter, guys.
Watching
we're in the third
game,
quarter.
Honey. Go big red. I gotta do. Hold on. Greg wants to do another fucking live stream. Jesus, I can't do this. Sorry, Tanner. You were saying about Christmas movies.
So maybe it's not an unpopular opinion, but like Christmas movies lately have been pissing me off because they're all freaking like rom-coms and shit.
They're stupid.
Like what happened to like the good, just funny, like heartwarming Christmas movie?
There's one.
Now everything has to be like.
Well, there's no originality anymore. It's the same shit.
There's only two good Christmas movies anymore: Die Hard and Home Alone. That's it. Those are the two Christmas movies.
Die Hard was a great movie.
Die Hard, Home Alone, Christmas Story.
Okay, I'll give you Christmas.
Those
Story.
are my favorite.
Here's one that a comedy. It's called The Ref with.
No, pass. Move along.
Movie's awesome. Who's that? Dennis Leary. Fucking great movie.
Get out of here. Dennis Leary is absolute garbage.
But Christmas Vacation, everybody loves. I'm just tired of watching it.
That is a good movie, though.
Funny movie. I literally asked my wife. I check out during Christmas. I just don't care. I don't want. Besides Die Hard, the Hallmark movies are so good. Oh my god, kill me, please kill me. I'm watching Hallmark Christmas movies right now. See, Kimmy, you know my people I know do that all year long. They watch the Hallmark movies. I can't. I get why people like the movies because everything's perfect. Perfect relationship, perfect houses, perfect looking people.
It's the same movie over and over again, people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Very true.
It's like trying to read Dr. Seuss over and over again and sustain life.
Oh no!
Like what you've learned.
I don't want to take this job in another city. I like it here. I'm gonna go work at the bookstore now.
I
met the man of my dreams.
Who would have ever thought this guy that I thought was a jerk was really a warm-hearted gentleman underneath?
And they turned them woke now, so now they have like gay couples, and God knows what's coming this year. The they-them love story. That's what it's going to be called. They-them Christmas.
The Z-Zems.
The monkeypox tales. Christmas tales. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I swear to God, if there's a monkeypox outbreak at Disneyland, I'm going to be pissed.
When are you going?
If I can't go.
When are you going?
October.
You're going in October. Okay.
First time ever. I've never been there before in my entire life.
If it's your first time, you'll enjoy it.
Like it. I disagree. You will not like it.
He played it. I don't know. I when I went the first time with Juliana, it was great. Now, first of all, to me, I'm a little biased. I hate California, but I do. Disneyland's pissed me off lately. But I think if your kid will love it. Your kid will love it. You're there for.
This is for more my wife and the child than me.
Sure.
And they're trying to make it a big deal because I've never been. We're getting the ears. We're doing this or whatever. I went and found like all the churro spots, so I'm gonna go hit up every single
there's
churros.
a lot of walking, so you're gonna be eating a lot of churros. Yes, Cassie, Tim. The first Santa Claus movie was pretty good, and after that,
Yeah.
Monkeypox: A Christmas Love Story. Wow. Good
That's
one,
good.
Greg. Good one, Greg. Yeah. Have fun in Disney, though. I mean, you're going in a good weather month. I went there in October. I was a little disappointed with the Halloween stuff. I thought it was going to be a lot cooler. It was really disappointing. But that's when I went. It was a long time ago. By the way, they won't say hello, boys and girls anymore. It's hello, people, because they got to be inclusive.
Oh, wow.
So don't be offended by that, Tim.
Okay.
Hello. Are you a they, them? Here's the Mickey Mouse hat. Fucking bullshit. Hate Disney.
Jesus.
Anyway, no, it's good for like your kid will enjoy it. Kid will enjoy it. God, we went through a lot of shit here, huh? So did Tim put here Moana is better than Frozen? Is
I'll
this
die
an
on that
actual
hill
real
too.
question?
I will
didn't
die
like
on that
Frozen.
hill too.
I didn't like Frozen. I took my kid to see it, and then that fucking song, that fucking Let It Go, I wanted to hang myself for about a year after that. Fuck out of here.
Show the picture.
I haven't seen either of them, but I will say the songs from Moana are definitely better than the songs
Oh
from
God, yeah.
Frozen.
You better get ready,
Frozen's
Tanner.
trash.
You better get ready, Tanner.
Oh, it's
Yikes.
coming.
Look what my babe just said. Monkeypox is in the hospitals. Yuck.
Oh,
Babe,
great.
do
That's
not
all.
come home with that.
Hey, listen, I got to fingerprint people next
I
week.
mean, you're the one that's going to be coming home with it there.
So how do I prevent my?
That's
Because I got to fingerprint people and nurses who are getting their background checks done starting next week. So
Hazmat suit.
basically, you're saying I'm going to get monkeypox, is what you're saying.
Yes. Well, that's from your Saturday night job, but yes, you're going to get monkeypox.
Ronaldo needs to make money too. Well, I'm gonna send Tanner something. But where did you? Oh, you sent it to me as a.
Oh, do you want me to send it to the group? I'll send it to the group. Hold on.
No, I got it.
Tanner. Okay.
I got it.
Here we go. Here we go.
About to
I'm
get
so
pissed
ready
off.
for this.
Romeo and Juliet. All right. Well, just to switch gears for a quick second, I send it because I want to see Tanner's reaction to this since
We want a live reaction.
we're coming to an end here soon because it's late.
Get the fuck out of here. Spencer Rattler number 3.
Yeah, we had to go there for you, Tanner. He showed me this earlier today. I was like, Tanner's gonna fucking lose his mind. He's gonna lose.
Go ahead and describe it to the people, Tanner.
Just
So
buy the movies, Cassie.
This freaking ass hat sends me this top 10 quarterbacks in college football. Number 1, Bryce Young from Alabama. I don't really have a problem with that. Caleb Williams, USC. Don't agree with that. Spencer Rattler, trash can from Arizona, playing at transfer to South Carolina. He's garbage. Total bust. CJ Stroud, Cassie's boy from Ohio State. He's my number 1 quarterback in college football.
He's number 4 on the list.
That's absurd. He's going to have 2, I'm going to call it right now, 2 1,500-yard receivers. Sam Hartman, I'm okay with. Grayson McCall, I'm okay with. Brendan Armstrong, trash. Dylan Gabriel, he's okay. Keaton Slovis.
They have a backup quarterback?
Why do they have Keaton Slovis with USC next to his name?
Where are they getting these fucking
Pitt
lists
now.
from?
He's at Pitt.
Yeah. And then Tyler Van Dyke at Miami. He's
Trash.
Who the fuck is PFF College?
So
Pro
if you
Football
look at it,
Focus.
Anthony
Pro Football.
Tresh is the one that wrote this, and he is their
He's
head
basically
writer.
garbage.
He's their head writer for PFF for college. And when I saw this list, my mind was blown.
The only thing blowing your mind.
I can't. Spencer Rattler 3? I wouldn't even have him on my list. Will Rogers is better than Spencer Rattler. Jackson Dart's better.
I totally agree. There's no reason he should be on this list at all.
Yeah.
The dude got benched twice at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
Caleb
understand.
Williams.
guy, whoever made this is a fucking idiot.
Well, first
How do
off,
you
they
take-
got his last name right. Triash.
Triash. His
Fucking
name is
garbage.
Triash.
Triash.
I looked
I'll
his
run-
bio up.
What the fuck? Who makes these fucking lists up? Seriously. Ended the
That
segment.
guy.
End the segment with favorite movie of all. Didn't we start the segment with the favorite movie of all time?
We said like best movie of all
Oh,
time.
best movie. Oh, that's an easy one for me. So you can go ahead. Let somebody else start because my
Dude,
answer.
favorite movie of all time is The Goonies, hands down.
Ooh.
A few
Shuffle,
good men
shuffle.
for me.
I don't even have to say. Do I even have to say it? Everybody knows.
Rocky.
No.
Oh, we're going.
It's good,
No,
fellas. It's good, fellas.
my favorite movie is Godfather of all time.
Okay.
That's my favorite. You know what? Fucking Tanner's smart though, because he knows Goodfellas is like right there every time he
It is,
mentions it.
dude.
Because he knows that that's my
Goodfellas
fucking-
is easily like in my top
It's a
five.
great
Easily.
I got to tell you though, again, we've talked about this. If you want to say The Departed's up there too, I'm not going to argue.
That's a
with you,
good movie. That's
'cause
really
that
good.
is a fucking great movie.
I saw that way late. Could you,
You see a
guys?
lot. You see a lot of things late.
True.
That Thing You Do, it was okay. Tom Hanks, my
That's
favorite actor.
trash.
Kimmy. No, it was okay. It was an okay movie, Kimmy. I liked it. It was entertaining.
You can't. I'll take that back. I'm sorry. It's not trash. Because it's your favorite movie. Doesn't that mean that it's a good movie? It's just your favorite movie. I'll agree with that.
God damn you, Did you have any sensitivity towards people?
No.
Neither
Clearly
do
not.
I.
I made a cafeteria girl cry.
For what did you do?
The water girl.
Oh, the ice. Oh, God, I got to hear about this
yeah.
ice rant. You're supposed to rant about something, so you might as well do it because we're gonna end.
Oh,
soon, so
no,
go
it's
ahead.
not a rant. I just had to give an update to your people.
Yeah, go give the update on the ice. The ice. Whiskey Bay. He has an update on his ice situation. I got to hear this.
Dude, lay it on me.
Okay, so again, I order on an app on my phone and then schedule for pickup so that it just makes
Kimmy.
the cafeteria way easier, right? I order a fresh squeezed lemonade, ice to the top, a fresh squeezed orange juice, ice to the top, right? And then I also ordered a Philly cheesesteak and fries. That was my lunch, right?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
So I go down there to pick it up, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, my order number is blah blah blah, and they go to the back to get it. They bring out my food, and they bring out a cup full of ice, with now about a third of water, and then they take 2 cups filled to the top with the juice and pour it right in on top. So I just have watered down juice that's room temperature, not cold. I almost flipped my shit on it. And I go, yo, what are we doing? And they're like, what? You said ice to the top. I'm like, yes. Like, put the juice in the cup and fill the cup to the top with ice. Like, you don't just let it sit out here and melt and then pour it over the top of it. I just didn't get it. And then so that same little twerp of a girl comes over there and she's like, oh yeah, this is a weird guy that likes his ice in his drinks. And I was like, yo, can I get a new one? And they're like, do you want to pay for it? And I was like, do you want me to come over this counter? And then she started crying, and then the manager came up, and I was like, yo, can I just get without half water? Like ice to the top, put the juice in. I get that it's less
I just
juice.
want ice,
Put
goddamn
the
it.
fucking juice in. She brings it back to me and she goes, I even got you an extra cup of ice. Here you go. To the top of ice, right? And I was like, thank you. And I leave. I got a message from my manager saying that the cafeteria manager reached out to this girl is inconsolable in the back. Because I yelled at her that why would you pour it into a cup with a third water? I just don't understand. Like I could get it if they're like, look, here's your now cup of ice, and let me pour your drink into it, right? Because it's your first cup of ice. But they clearly left the cup of ice. I can't deal with incompetence in the cafeteria. I'm gonna have to bring food in from the outside, and I get a $15 credit every day. Every day I go in, I get a $15 credit of anything that I want for breakfast and lunch down in the cafeteria. But no, it's fucking.
I like Greg's comment. I like Greg's comment. She sounds like she's sick in the head, to be honest.
Bro, I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Give me the ice.
Oh,
It's just ice. Like, does she realize where the fuck we live, where we need like ice 6 months out of the
bro,
year?
for real. I'm just like, and she's like, and then so like I had to write an apology letter, right? So I wrote an email that apologized to her.
For what?
And the freaking girl sends a response back, and she goes, "I don't think you really understand how much I'm trying to be better every day at my position." And I wanted to be like, "You're fucking failing," but I didn't. I just didn't respond.
You're
such a
piece of shit.
Fuck.
Passy, what's the difference, Tim? The ice is going to melt in the drink too.
Ooh.
She's calling
Cassie.
you out, dude.
Cassie's bringing. First of all, Cassie's
Here's the
bringing
thing.
the fire tonight.
Cassie,
That's
if
a valid point.
I am okay.
First world
With-
problems. You're right.
I am okay.
You're so right.
I am okay with my drink watering down over time because that I have accepted that by getting all the ice in my drink, right?
You're breaking the ice.
But we don't. How about the next time you're at a bar, you order a margarita, and the first thing they do is like, hold on, fill half your cup up with water, and then make your margarita. I can't deal with flea beans out here trying.
Hold on.
No.
First of all, you're at a fucking cafeteria where like somebody's making $8 an hour, not at a bar.
Whoa, hold on. They are working as a professional. So do
Professional
your
what?
professional job. Do your job. Do you think it works in the military? They're like, oh, well, he's a cook. He doesn't have to be a good cook. He's just a piece of shit over here. Do your job and do your job correctly.
Tanner, Cassie's
have you
bringing
ever had
fire.
Have you ever had DFAC food before in the military? Those
Yes,
cooks
with my
do
with
not
my
do a
parents.
job.
I still don't get.
Yeah, but you
how
can't
they
really.
get- How do
can't
you get
complain.
watery eggs? I don't know. I still don't understand how that happens. They have
It's
watery
disgusting.
eggs.
I don't think in the military you have a choice though.
Nope.
You just get what you get, right? Like, fuck you. You're having ice. Go fuck
They
yourself.
slop it on a tray and just give it to
I
them.
was like, bye.
I came upstairs and I told like my person that sits next to me on the desk over for me, and I told her what happened, and she's like, "And you didn't throw that cup at that bitch?" And I was like, "Well, no. Like I'm not trying to get fired, you know."
You had to,
like,
you had to write a note.
and then she's like, "At this point, she's intentionally trying to harm you. I would go to HR."
I think we touched on this topic last time, but last topic, Stallone or Schwarzenegger? To me, it's Stallone by far.
I think
If I had to
Stallone's
pick
a
one-
better actor.
Stallone. Stallone's a better
Stallone.
actual actor, and he just actually makes his franchises are better. So Stallone, always, Rocky, Rambo, done. Game over. Fucking done.
Game over.
All right. I think we've had enough fun. I don't know. We're not going to break the record of going over 3 hours. We're 2.5, though. This is our second longest show. I have
I'm
no
so
idea
happy.
what we're going to talk
Time
about
flies.
next week. I don't know. We just wing this sometimes. But tonight was fun. That was good.
I thought it
Nobody
went
got
great,
drunk.
dude. This was great.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh,
We gotta
Mike talking- Mike
except
D's
for the
talking
beginning. Mike D, Arnold over. Well, listen.
I mean, you could be retarded too, Mike. You can go hang out with my
No,
couple.
I mean, I
Ice
get
chick.
why, but to me, just Rambo Rocky alone just supersede. But hey, listen, who doesn't like Schwarzenegger either? He's got some great one-liners.
Terrence will run an errand.
Who has
Is
to
that
run
what they
an errand?
call when you get pegged? You have to run an errand? Is that
Who
what
has
they
to
call
run
it?
an
Is that-
errand? Tanner has to run an errand. Oh, he's
Yeah.
got to go get his.
Oh,
Roku
yeah, I gotta go get the
box.
Roku.
He got to go get a.
Oh.
I got.
I thought he was gonna go get pegged. My bad.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey,
dude,
listen.
I heard errand and then I heard pegged, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking
Aaron got
about?
pegged. Who?
Who's
All
Aaron?
right, we're gonna let
Why
him
did
go.
he get pegged?
So Tanner has to go get pegged and set up a Roku box
Wow.
tomorrow, and I'm gonna help
See,
him with the Roku box, not the pegging. With the pegging.
Okay.
I do have to agree with Mike D that Predator is an awesome freaking movie.
Predator and
Meh.
Terminator are great. No, he's made
Meh.
great movies, not franchises. And then Lords of Flatbush is an old school movie. I think it was one of Schwarzenegger's. Dude, if you ever want to laugh, YouTube Lords of Flatbush and watch fucking Stallone do like a 50s.
Dude,
gangster
all we gotta do is over the
movie.
top, my friend. Over the top.
That's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I turn this around. and I become a different person.
I'm like a machine, you know, like I turned the head of my switch. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough. All right, everybody go home. Go to sleep. We're at home. Go to sleep. I'm gonna go burn my computer in the fucking forest somewhere. Filipino Meatball, thank you for coming on and ruining my life with your movie choices. And,
I will keep you guys updated on my Ice Nazi.
I want to know about
Thank
the
you.
Ice Nazi by next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. I'll be live here Monday again doing something. I don't know. Hopefully if I have a computer without a bullet hole in it. And, Whiskey Banger, always a pleasure. Talk to me about the Roku thing if you need help with that, because I know you're going to need help with it. So let me know how that goes. Everybody else have a great night. Thank you for chatting. Like, subscribe, share. Please subscribe to the channel. I love you all. And I will talk to you on Monday. See you next week for the rest of the Whiskey and Cannoli podcast.